on.
I'm gonna leave this open for right now.
Okay.
And if I wait, just close it right for me. Thank you. Ooh. Where did you get these notes?
Inside the black book.
I couldn't find them. Thank you, Jen. I'm the first to give myself a thumbs up. They don't give us thumbs up anymore.
They don't?
Nah, they give me one finger. I think it's this one. It is possible that Malachi is the target. Sen. And soon they will be all over the news dead. Tell them we don't play that shit. We didn't filter that one recording, did we? It's Saturday, the weekend. Kids. Let's see what I can do. I'm going outside to find it and listen to it, Jen.
Okay.
One five oh. If I need to remember.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, they're coming in slow. But I don't want to waste any more time, so let's get started, okay? Roll it. Do I have power for the phone here, Tink?
Plugged in. I had it plugged in.
Ah, yes, you did. I'm sorry. Thanks, bud. Three, two, one, go. Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 UB Tubies. It's good to be with you. It is the 21st 1st of March 2020. I greet you in agape love. It's good to be with you. This is your Saturday UB2B, and what we do is we study the Iraqi dinar. And on Saturdays, what I do is I bring out the questions from our premium inside of our form. If you're not a member of our forum, may I suggest that you should be? Yeah, we reference a lot of our study from our forum. And today, I think it's 143. I think it's post 143, or is it 173? Well, when we get to it, I'll tell you. But oh my gosh. Yeah, that's an article that we need to study together and consider in our topic for tonight. What we do is we have a forum. If you're new with us, my name is Frank. I go by Frank26 on the internet. If you want to talk to me, my phone number is, I'm going to give you my phone number. Get a pencil. And I will answer it. No one else. My phone number is 419-283-2552. And inside of our form, our form is called KTFalways.com. Stands for Keep the Faith Always. We're a Christian-based organization. In my lifetime, I'm 64 years old, and I have made more mistakes than I can count. I want to make a lot less of these mistakes in my lifetime. And that's why we always turn to God first for help. So, may I suggest that tonight, our study is one that you should take to God in prayer. Because what I offer you is nothing more but my opinion, right? We don't offer a date, we don't offer a rate. Okay. Now that we've gotten through all of this, let's get started. And like I said, on Saturdays, we answer the questions of the members of my forum. Inside of my forum, ktfalways.com, we have something called Premium. It does cost $10 a month. I have to make a living. And I appreciate you supporting that. And for those of you that cannot afford $10 a month, call me. I just gave you my phone number. And I'll get you in free for a month. I think you should belong to our forum. Because I think that location is going to have a lot of information for you soon enough. So with all that said, let it be known that, again, here we are Saturday. It's our Q&A. Inside of our forum, we have something called Premium. It does cost $10 a month. And it's basically, what do you call it? A chat room. That's what it boils down to. But you'll find me in there giving information. Like, for example, on Fridays, I go in there, don't I, Premium? You saw the things I gave you yesterday? And I answer the questions of Premium members. So Premium members saw what I released yesterday in Premium. So today, I saw 3 of the 50-something questions I've got to answer today. I saw that 3 of them were based on the information I gave you in Premium. And you pay for Premium, so I don't mind you asking me that question today. Problem is that a lot of other people may not even know what was that question about, what was that answer about, until they catch up with us. And it's usually the following Monday when I bring everything all together. It's not like we keep everything inside of our forum and force you to come in there and pay $10. No. No, what we do is we chronologically release the information. And it usually starts on a Tuesday or Wednesday. We start collecting it. Then we share it on Wednesday, don't we? Firefly Report. Friday, inside of ktfalways.com. You got good stuff last night. Saturday, here we are, Q&A. I'm going to answer your questions. Plus, I also want to tell you some other things. In my opinion. And then Monday, we reunite again. So by then, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday have all been shared with you, but and compiled, and also some of it put into our premium. But then it's all brought out in the open on Monday, so everybody can share. We all have a feast. But just remember, it's all in my opinion. I'm going to answer your questions, and there's a lot of them. I think it's over 50. But before I do, I want to say something. And I hope that it can be the prefix. I hope that it can be maybe the index, maybe the contents. All those pages that you find before you read a book. Once again, everything is my opinion. Yes, I am walking into Walking Sticks files. And I'm always precarious about it. Careful. Careful. It's a beautiful room. Oh, it's a beautiful room with information. But it can be fragile. Just the slightest breath of the wrong information can bring it all tumbling down. But I do want to open a file in the sense that I want you to sit with me on my blue couch. And for you newbies, if you don't understand some of the things we say, don't let it bother you. Catch up. Join us. Be part of us. I'm asking you to sit with me on my blue couch as I tell you the following. You all know that we have been studying the Iraqi dinar. Its steps, its movements. Lately I've called it as the sand pours in Iraq. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have, and then I tell you some things, right? And in this time that we've been studying together, like right around the end of December of last year, it looked good, really, you know. And then what happened? The Iranian elite supreme bozos got very jealous, and they sent their $35 a day bozos to go out into the streets and kill as many Iraqis as they could to make it seem like it's the Iraqis that are out in the streets protesting. No. False media, false life, false propaganda, false everything, for a purpose. And that is to destroy Iraq and its people and keep stealing their money and be the biggest parasite, the biggest leech sucking off of the country of Iraq. That being the country of Iran. But you know what's happened since then, and you know where we're at, and you know what's happened. In fact, here, what were the things we needed? What were the things we needed? Hi, hello, 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 hello. Hello, my birthday. Hi, Tink. Hi, Tink. Oh, finally, fake news. Thank you, Keith. Yeah, that's what I'd like to talk about. See, Keith, may I suggest, in my opinion, what's your name? Keith Bush. Oh. Okay. One out of two Bushes ain't bad. One I like, one I don't. Anyways, you see, Keith, we've been looking for an environment that would be stable and secure. The CBI kept telling us we want to bring out the new rate, but we need a stable and secure environment. You think we got one? Yeah, I don't care about the media. All of this is my opinion. I want to let you know that we're pouring in. Eddie, our firefly, said, "Mr. Frank, what is that? What is it? What's that? That there's so many of them. They look like big dragonflies. Oh, those are Apache helicopters. Mr. Frank, what? You guys are walking all over the streets everywhere." Yeah, because we don't want Iran. You see, Iran is this close to being gone. And when do you strike your enemy? Not when they've got all their weapons and all their ammunition. Not when they're at the peak of their energy and their psychicness to die for their cause. No, you get it. You hit them when they're imploding, when they're killing themselves, arguing among themselves. You know, when you fragment them, and one of the ways to fragment them is to hit them. I mean, hit them hard. Boom. And it just scatters them, and then the leaders are here, left, right, and then nobody knows who to follow, and they all run away, and it's disarray, and they lose, and we conquer them. That's pretty much what's happening. But look at that. Was in Iran. I mean, we talking what, 2 months ago? Sure. Yeah. All right. 2.5 months ago. Okay, 2.5 months ago. We need security stability. Good God. Do we have it now? And those that were not giving us the security and stability and that were against the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar? What, too soon? No, it's not too soon. Never too soon to destroy demons. They're dying. Left and right. This whole call is in my opinion. I don't care. This whole call is in my opinion. Look, back in the days, in fact, in all campaigns of war, you want to defeat your enemy by, number one, irritating him, confusing him, pissing him off, not focused, pissing them off, starving them to death, And one of the things I remember my father used to tell me, son, we thought we were done. I mean, 10,000 North Koreans were coming and screaming and yelling, and they were high on some drugs. Yeah. Yeah, they were crazy. And they just kept coming wave after wave, and dear God, it was like there was no end to it. And then we were tired. We were dead tired. We'd been fighting all day. The sun went down. They still kept coming. And then we tried to get to sleep, and they would send these little small biplanes and just drop grenade, anything to kamikazes. I think Tora Tora was something new in the 40s. No, this happened with this tactic. And one of the most annoying things, you're trying to fall asleep because, at least 1-2 hours of sleep, right? And they would have these bugles. And they were tens of thousands of these soldiers, Frank. You're dead tired. You think you're hallucinating? And you think, well, wait a minute, didn't we just wipe out a whole division? Yeah. Well, what's going on? And here comes another division. Another. And they're all blowing these bugles. And you can hear it from a distance, and as it gets closer, you know your time's running out. Yeah, that's how you defeat the enemy. You tire them mentally, physically, spiritually, biologically. You just tire them and beat them senseless until they either give up or they're vulnerable, and you eradicate them. Let me send you some T-shirts with bullseyes on them. Something like that's funny, regular boy. What I'm trying to tell you, family, is that Hey, wouldn't it irritate you if every other week or so, every two, you know, what is that? It's a 5 point something earthquake. Oh my God. There are many ways to, to tire and defeat your enemy. And family, write this down. Number one, we've been looking for security and stability from Iran, not from the Democrats. They're too stupid. They're fighting amongst themselves. I said Democrats, okay? I didn't name an individual. The Democratic Society, Party, Group, whatever you want to call yourselves, you guys are crazy. You guys are nuts. Period. End of story. Your fascism has never worked on any in any country on this planet. If the 9 planets, yeah, I go with 9. I still count Pluto. Shoot. If the 9 planets had life on them, not one would have communism on them as a successful government. You got that? You wrote it down? Security and stability, number 1, right? We got it! Iran is dying! And you know it. All right. Number 2. The President of the United States went around to every country the moment he was president, and he says, hey, let go of my dollar. What? Let go of my dollar. No, that's how we take advantage of you, United States. What are you, stupid? We're not going to let go of the dollar. That's our life vest. That said, no. No. Fine. Then we break off ties. We break off trade. We break off communications, for that matter. You will not be a part of any of these deals that we're doing over here. And if you even try, I tell you what, do you know anything about sanctions? We just say goodbye. China, let's start with you. And my God, it worked. It worked. And the Democratic, I said I wouldn't call them that. And the communist Democrats are so angry that it's working. The United States of America does not go around killing people for a living. We go around making money for a living. And the whole world seems to love it too. Did you write it down? Number 2. Ready? Stop using my dollar. So what happened? Well, I know. Coronavirus. Corona, right? Corona? Okay. Corona, right? Okay, Corona. But anyways, let's stop the auctions. Well, you mean who? The CBI? No. Why? Corona? You mean the star you gave him last week? Come on in and bring your 3 zeros, and we'll give you electronic, or we'll eventually give you the new notes. What? Those don't have cooties too? Liar! You liar! But now you're saying that for that same reason, coronavirus. You're going to shut down the auctions that use the American dollar? Yeah. Write that down, number 2. They did. And I don't care. I got people that say to me, oh, well, Frank, they just shut it down because of the coronavirus. And you believe that crap? So what's that? Is that 2? Huh? What was the first one? Security and stability? What was the second one? Stop using the American dollar? Now you ready for number 3? Okay. Tell me what number 1, 2, and 3 were, babe, because I lost track then.
Security and stability.
Yep.
Stop using our U.S. dollar.
That is
the auctions.
Well, okay, sweetheart. Stop using the American dollar and stopping the auction is actually the same thing. Number is 2. So now we're going to number 3. Family. Come on. We needed security and stability. Iran, stop it. They're dead. We needed you, all of you, because we showed the example with starting with China. But Iraq, come on, man, come on. You're the same thing. Everybody has a low value for the currency. What's yours? A program rate? Can you go any lower? No. Okay. And what do? You use the American dollar in your auctions to run your government. That's what everybody else does. And we told them you can't do it. Iraq. What? You think you're special? You're next. Now do it. And they did. They stopped the auctions. Now those are two powerful things. Actually, like my wife said, three. And they stopped using the American dollar because they stopped the auctions. Of course, they're going to tell you, "Oh, it's because of the coronavirus." I don't care what it's for. You stopped them. Yeah, that's historical. You never stopped the CBI auctions. When does a thief say, "Okay, I've had enough"? No. Okay, you're not telling the truth. Well, we stopped the auctions and stopped using the American dollar because we've been ripping off the American dollar and the United States taxpayers, okay? No, you're not going to admit that, but instead you're going to say, well, it's because of the coronavirus. We're going to stop. Shut up. I like things in threes. So take those threes. Take those three. And realize. Take those three. Now, how long will they stop the auctions? I don't know. A week? 2 weeks? 15 days? I don't know. So, so maybe when the auctions come back, oh my gosh, do you think they would come back the same or different? How's the saying go, babe? You don't let
Never let a good crisis go to waste.
actually you never let a crisis go to waste, whether it's good or bad. But you're right. That is how you say it. You never let a good crisis go to waste. I think that the coronavirus is a crisis, and I don't think that it's a crisis because it's killing people and this and that. No, I think it's a crisis because the media has used it. The media has used it. Somebody in China bioengineered. This whole call is in my opinion. You with me? You ready? In my opinion, this whole thing was bioengineered. Yeah, out of China. And if you go back in history, one of the most destructive plagues, pandemic condition, actually they're called bottlenecks, human bottlenecks. What I mean by that is that you see this volume right here. There's a lot of volume here, but when I drink it, the volume is not as much as it is over here. It's smaller. It's called a bottleneck or a Venturi effect. And the population of the United States is a specific amount. But every now and then, pandemic plagues come into this planet Earth. Maybe God gets mad at us and wipes us out, huh? Or wipes out most of us. One of the most destructive ones was the bubonic plague. The bubonic plague goes back to the medieval days, and crazy enough, the Roman Empire was trying to succeed because it was dying. And they wanted to be like the Egyptian Empire. The Egyptians were not emperors, they were gods. Yeah. Pharaoh Tutankhamun, that's me, King Tut. I'm a god. And the people would worship him as a god. So the Roman Empire said, well, I want some of that. And Caligula was the first guy that came out and says, well, I'm a god. No, you're an emperor. No, I'm a god, just just like the Egyptians. And he converted all of Rome. All the people got pissed off. And it caused a revolt. And crazy enough, that revolt forced people to look outward because the government wasn't taking care of them. And Rome at that time was successful because it had roads. Well, they left the roads and they went to the ships. And what they did is they went far away and came back with these little fleas. They were in the hair of the rats. They were in the ships. The Roman Empire had never ever dealt with these little fleas before. And it created a bottleneck of humanity to the point where there were so many where there was now very few. In fact, you could actually get on your horse, just take a regular country drive on a ride on a Sunday. It would take you a whole day before you reached the village. There weren't very many people left. The bubonic plague came and literally almost wiped out all of mankind. And that's just one example. And there's been examples where mankind has also tried to do the same thing too. Hello, Hitler. How are you? Dead. There's even a group that left this monument. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 4 or 5 sided monoliths. And they tried to be really mysterious about it, writing in certain type of languages that, shut up. And basically they're saying that the world needs genocide, humanity needs to be wiped out, yeah, so we can start all over again with pure blood and pure... Shut up. If anyone's going to wipe you out, it's God. Yeah, this is nothing new. This is old. Been there, done that. But for some reason, this bioengineered virus, idiots that decided to make this and then release it to the world. Let's go in a what if. You want to? Join me. Oh, somebody knows. Yeah, it is Georgia. Did I say Georgia? Did I say Georgia? I think I did say that. That's right. You know, my goodness, you know about the Guidestones. It's a bunch of crap. In my opinion, somebody made this for a reason, but that reason was not fulfilled, in my opinion. Therefore, what was it made for? To hurt something. To hurt something? Well, it wasn't made to make something good. To hurt something. It's evil. It's destructive. It's a freaking virus. Did it accomplish its mission? Nope. It didn't? Nope. You mean to tell me, how are the people in China where this started? Just like I told you, family. It's a virus, for God's sakes. It goes through its cycles. It goes through its phases. And if someone's got it, turn the other way around. That's it. And when you come home, wash your doggone hands and face, and in fact, take a shower. You just took all the crap that's outside into your home, and you expect not to be touched by it? Use common sense. But the media has a purpose for this bioengineered virus that I think failed. Oh, I'm sorry. Scared the crap out of people, is forcing people to be separated 6 feet away from me. You know something? Fine. Fine. Because that's a good way to prevent this virus from spreading. In fact, check it out. Let's go back where it started. China. Hi, China. Where's the virus? Gone. Excuse me? Gone. No. The virus that was killing everybody, you know? The C-19 one. It's gone. Oh, boy. That is going to kill all of you. It's gone. You see, all viruses do that. They're parasites. They're looking for a host. Me, human being. But I'm stronger and smarter than that parasite. I know what to do. Yes, sir. I know what to do, right? You know what to do. Avoid the stupid plague or the virus, the plague. Avoid the stupid virus. Now, the scare tactics that have been applied by somebody that wanted to hurt somebody, I don't know if it's worked. You see, they wanted to destroy the economy. They wanted to shut down all world economies. Oh my goodness, you see what the United States is doing with everybody? Let's destroy that. But I think it backfired. I think it backfired. Big time. And knowledge, as time has gone by, knowledge is now more powerful than the, true knowledge, than the lies that the NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, CNBC, all these jerks that they give us. It's vomiting. I can turn on the TV right now, and you're going to hear every stupid scenario that you can think of. My dog talked to the neighbor's next door's parrot, and I think that this may be related to lizard bird bacteria. What? The insanity of what's out there is because of the false information that caused people to panic to this point. It's so ridiculous. Look, now I'm not saying that this virus is not something to take seriously. Of course you do. All viruses. I don't know. Is this a good virus? Is this a bad virus? Okay, this is a stronger one and this is a weaker one. Take your choice. It's a special today, 2 for 1. No, stupid. All viruses are good are bad. The thing is, though, what do you do to combat it? And what the media did is they exaggerated so that it would destroy the economies that I believe Donald Trump has built tremendously around the world. But Donald Trump saw this. He saw this. And he knew that what's happening in China. What's happening in China? It reached its crescendo. It's reached its peak. Any more host? No, because they've separated each other. Oh, really? Yeah. They even found out about quinine. They did. Yeah. It kills me. It's not as bad. Shoot, there's medicine out there that can destroy me right now, says the virus. Yeah. And now that, time has gone by and all the lies are melting away, literally. All they got left is, the hospital. What? We don't got no mask. Really? That's the emergency? We don't got no masks. Okay. What else? We don't got no test kits. Okay. It's just ridiculous. And from the bubonic plague up until today's latest invention by man, you treat them all the same way. But for some reason, this one was exaggerated to the point where it's trying to destroy the economies around the world. But yet they now see the cycle that it reaches a crescendo. There's no more host because we separated and we're being proper and cleaning hands and everything. And the virus is gone literally in China. And it's going to happen in Italy. It's going to happen in South America and the United States. It's going to happen everywhere with all viruses. They all do this. And they all wipe out people. They all wipe out people. I told you, I always felt that I'm going to die of the common cold. The simple common cold. I'll go into the hospital probably with a broken leg at maybe 80, 90 years old if I live that long, God willing. And about a week later, he died. Who, Frank? Yeah. Why? He had a broken leg. Well, at his age, his immune system wasn't as strong enough, as it used to be. Yeah. So it was a broken leg. Yeah, but somehow he got pneumonia in the hospital, and it overtook him, and he drowned in his fluids. Yeah, he gone. But it was a broken leg. So what I'm boiling down to is that human beings from the very beginning have always had to fight viruses and bacterias, parasites. And we've always done it very well. Even in the days of the bubonic plague, it created a bottleneck. But it wasn't with a purpose. I wonder if this one is with a purpose. Well, the only purpose I could see was to destroy the economies. But now, with knowledge, education, and with China out there saying it's gone, and it'll be gone with you too. Or it'll cycle itself. Or it'll come back. Usually a virus will do this like about on an average every 10 years. It'll come back again in 2030 or something and say, I'm back! And we'll deal with it again. That's what viruses do. They go through these cycles. Now, if I was Donald Trump, this is all my opinion. If I was Donald Trump, well, I see we need masks. We need, you know what? Just get a big ass towel. Get a big ass towel, okay? And just put some vinegar on it and put the damn thing around your face. Oh, but I don't like the smell of vinegar. Okay, well, whatever. Then don't put no vinegar. Just put it around. That's a nice filter right there, okay? Don't be giving me no garbage. You don't have no masks. Idiots. What do you think third world countries do? They survive. You survive too, America. And don't exaggerate. Don't be scandalous. I don't need people like that. I need leaders. The bubonic plague killed over 150 million people. And that wasn't even a virus. The United States of America has, what, a little over 300 million people. That's half the population of the United States wiped out right there. That wasn't even a virus. Anyways, so if I was Donald Trump, and if I felt that somebody was trying to mess with what I was doing, globally, economically, because it seems to be the only thing it's attacking. It seems to be the only thing it's attacking. Yes, elderly have died. Yes, children have died. In all plagues, in all viruses, in all pandemic conditions. But somehow, somebody wanted to destroy that which was well established, in my opinion. So let's try this. Are you sick? No, I'm not sick. But I told him, Mr. President, I've got a surprise for you. Pick on me. No, I'm not that. Just look at it's a little inflammation. It's a little edema. I get it from my mother's side.
Bloating.
It's just a little bloating. That's all. That's all. So, if well, thanks for the surprise. And because you, China, you sick, you would do this with him, wouldn't you? So, I mean, I'm just saying that if that's what was happening, and who would support you? Who supports you? What do I call them? Communist Democrats. Oh, okay. God, I hope I'm completely wrong. So, if I was Donald Trump, you know what I'd do? Let's play with it. Let's play along with it. What you mean, Mr. President? Let me talk to the American people. We'll stand by you, Mr. President. You can. But let me tell them, we got this covered. Yes, it's going to, we're going to have more cases because we have more test kits. Therefore, better numbers. Stupid. And yes, it's going to cycle and it's going to come down. And so y'all clean your hands and everything. Okay. Oh, no, says the Communist Democrats. He's going to declare martial law. No. Look, he called out the, what is it, the National Guards. Oh my gosh, martial law. No, stupid. He's protecting our borders. Why do you exaggerate everything? Why is it that there's a communist smell in my country? Everything that he does, he's trying to do good for our country and for the rest of the world. But yet only communism hates it. And I smell it all over the Democratic Party of the United States of America. You're all communist. And you know it. You believe in that principle. And I pray to God that what I'm accusing you of, in my opinion, because I have that right, is wrong. And I pray that Donald Trump was not so angry at you when he caught on that he says, let's work this out. Citizens of the United States of America, I am your president, Donald Trump, and we're doing everything possible. And yeah, it's a plague. Yeah, it can be a pandemic, and we're going to do everything possible, okay? Yeah, we're going to shut down some things. In fact, you know what? Number one, our borders. Everybody wants to come into America, land of the free, land of the medicine, land of the cure. No. Hey, you go back. But, the exaggerating idiots, they want to make Trump look bad, our economy, the world, everything look bad. So Trump gets a hold of everybody. Ring a ding ding ding, ring a ding ding ding, multiply it by 100 or even more, and they all answer. They said, yeah, Mr. President, what's up? Here's what we're going to do. Hold back 5. Drop back 5 and don't punt. Just drop back 5, okay? Really? Look, drop back 5 into your own end zone. Let them cover you. It's only 2 points. It'd be a lot better than 6 points. Don't you agree? You like that, huh? I'm proud of it, too. You have no idea. So don't worry about it. It's not important. So, so the stock market. Do you hear the stock market talking about this? Do you hear anybody complaining about anything? Ladies and gentlemen, nobody got unemployed. And nobody being laid off. Okay, well, temporarily. America's people still have money. The stock market still has money. They got lots of it. They just have to hold back because ring-a-ding-ding. All right, we'll work with you, sir. 2 weeks. We got you. We got you 6. Because we love what you're doing. We love your future ideas, and we're going to be there. Okay. And we know you're going to be around. We know you're going to be around for another 4 more years. So, yeah, we're back off. No interviews. No nothing. No speaking the English. We'll keep quiet. And the business world has. You don't see the business. You know who you see? You see the medical world. You see the media all throwing up. The business world is smart. They know damn well what's going on. They know the recoil is going to be the reboom. Boom! America is, many people, in my opinion, around the world, businesses are not dying. They have been told, hold back, give me a couple of weeks, we'll pick up where we left off, we'll get rid of these communist Democrats, and then kaboom! Because you know what? What? I might give everybody $1,000 in my country. How you gonna do that? How you gonna do that? Oh, you know how. Oh, okay. Hey, Mr. President, maybe we do the same thing. Oh, global stimulus, not just in the United States. Mr. President, we like your idea. Okay, hey, how much can we give everybody? Wow, wouldn't that be amazing? So, yeah, if I was Donald Trump, I'd play along with it. Y'all take care here. Yeah, let's just close everything for a couple of weeks. You can still have takeout. All right, there you go. Hey, don't gather. You know why? Because if we do gather, this thing is going to take a while to crescendo. There it goes. Oh no, 400, 500, 600. Oh, okay, and then it's going to fall dramatically down, and then it'll go away and come back in about 10 years. But you know what? What? We can reduce that dramatically, says Donald Trump. How? For 2 weeks. Let's just separate. You want to? Okay. And that's kind of brilliant. If you know anything about, pathogens, If you know anything about pathogens, they need a host. Hello, that's me. I volunteer. Make me sick. But if you don't have a host, what happens to the pathogen? They all die. And what happens to the pandemic, epidemic, spread of the virus? It's almost null and void. Almost null and void. You would have sporadic cases around the world. But that's how you do it. Right, bubonic plague. Problem is they didn't know how to do that back then, and everyone died just about, and all that was left was just a few thousand people on this planet Earth. Fascinating, isn't it? So, Mr. President,
Yeah.
what do you think? You're doing good, aren't you?
Yeah.
What do you think in a couple of weeks or less? Okay. Everything else is still on course. Everything. Oil prices dropping so that we can take the power? On course. Gold being distributed to banks? On course. Of course. Okay. Less dependent on the American dollar? Less dependent on the feds. Oh. Is that your goal? Salud. That would be like being less dependent on lies for our currency and actually supporting it with gold. You know the power that we would gain as a country? So, Mr. President, what else do you think you want to do? I want to establish. I'm going to bring out the Stafford Act. The Stafford Act. I don't know if any president has brought it out. We'll bring it out. And right away, the communist Democrats say, oh, look, he's taking over everything. Martial law. He's going to close everything up. No banks. You won't be able to get, food. Oh, my God, where are we going to get toilet paper? Huh? So the Stafford Act, the Democrats, communist Democrats, exaggerate right away and say, he's taking over the country. He's taking over your money. He's taking over everything. Liars! Now, it is determined by the interpretation. What is it that Trump is going to use from the Stafford Act? Number one, he's securing our borders. He's going to secure our money, our banks. He's going to take care of us, and that's what the Stafford Act does. And what amount of that act will he use to protect us in these next 15 days? Well, it's determined by the interpretation of what Donald Trump wants to use from the Stafford Act itself. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't let these communist Democrats exaggerate anything to you. The federal government has turned to the governor and said, "Look, down to the state and to the locals, you guys, you got your chain of command. Take care of yourselves." And by the time that they get themselves organized, the host, us, will not have to deal with this parasite any longer, I don't believe. Is it possible, ladies and gentlemen, that the virus, this coronavirus, was used like a concussion grenade? When the police wants to arrest somebody in their home and they don't want to come out, but you also don't want to shoot them, you throw in a concussion grenade, knocks the sense out of them. What happened? Things were going really good, and all of a sudden it seems to me that this virus was like a concussion grenade to world economies that were exploding and have now pulled back. But when they are allowed to come back into the world economy, I think it's going to be even bigger than what anybody imagined. and at $1,000 per person in the United States. Let's say you got a family of I don't know 3 kids, a mother and daughter, or mother and father, and let's say just okay 2 kids, okay. So that's 4 in the household, right? What would that be? That's $4,000. You know, and it's not like we don't have money. We got money. We're just holding it back because they're restricting us. But the moment that they let us go, the world economies are just going to you're gonna see a change. This virus was like a concussion grenade that stunned President Trump and what he has accomplished so far. But that smoke cleared, and Trump is still standing. And when I think about the proxy base, the peroxide base, when I think about the cure for malaria, when I think about Z-Paks, not penicillin, both gram-negative and gram-positive, the whole spectrum. I just don't see where this exaggeration needed to be taken to where it's at. But I've come to the conclusion, in my opinion, family, that this virus was not an accident. And it was used for a purpose, but it backfired from what I can see. And the one that it was supposed to hurt says to the rest of the world, give me 2 weeks. Okay, they are. And they're all working with him. Except the communist Democrats of the United States of America. Yeah, no, I mean, temporary unemployed. U.S. citizens still have a lot of money. They're just hoarding it for a couple of weeks. But then, the reboom. When they allow the American economy to move forward again, and in these 2 weeks, people we have money. Our economy was, we have money, right? And when these 2 weeks are up, now during these 2 weeks, are you going to suffer? I don't think so. I mean, if you really want toilet paper, just buy Kleenexes. There's got boxes of Kleenexes. But you'll still have medicine. You'll still have your Angus beef, your shrimp at the store waiting for you. Yeah. The truck drivers, they don't have offices that they have to close. Sorry, communist Democrats. You guys you make decisions on emotion. You don't think like a chess player. You've got to look at every combination, every scenario, what affects what, and what are the consequences, and how can you prevent it, or how can it be in your favor at the end? You guys don't know what you're doing. You bunch of Keystone Cop, communist Democrat idiots. It certainly had an effect that MBS did no make the money he expected from selling Saudi Aramco. Ain't that the truth? Do you think that hurts the United States? Do you think it bothers Donald Trump? Nope. Saudi Arabia, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. Now look what's happening. Anyways, it was just a wrong idea can kill more than the virus itself, and that's what I think we were dealing with. When you look at after China, who was it? Italy. Oh my gosh! Well, Italy, seriously, clean up and teach your people to wash their hands in their faces. Take a shower. You don't take a shower once a week. Oh, it's why isn't that in the media? Europeans, you don't like take showers, do you? How often do you take a shower? I live there. I know. The average dying age is 81.4 in Italy. No, but the media exaggerated it. And yes, a few young children died. They were sick. But the average age in Italy is 81.4 years old. From COPD, from asthma, from emphysema. You know something? Women. You know those nose thingamajig? What is that? Nasal spray. You know the nasal spray? All that is a saline solution, salt. Tell you what, next time that you dry your hair, ladies, if you use a hair dryer, you know the you know what I mean? Put some of that nasal stuff up your nose. Now take your hair your dryer. Ready? The heat from your hair dryer, it'll vaporize that moisture in your air and goes deeper into your alveolus, into your bronchial system. The key is to moisturize your respiratory tract and to keep drinking water, because if the virus is right in this area, your nasal, your bronchial areas, right, in esophagus areas, when you drink water, it washes it down. Where? To your stomach. You know what's in your stomach? Who said pizza? I heard that. No, you know what's in your stomach? Hydrochloric acid. You put a penny in hydrochloric acid, it'll be gone in a couple of days. What do you think of virus, huh? Yeah. So the key is actually keep drinking water. You got little water bottles? Just keep drinking water. Even if you got the freaking coronavirus, you're going to kill it with your own system. Just keep drinking water. And that hair drying thing is just, well. But do spray your nose with that water first, and then it'll kill all the viruses. They're simple things. But media won't teach you that, will they? Oh, no. If you look at a person with coronavirus, the odds are 1.0001 that you may die. Where'd you get that statistic? I don't know. That sounded good. Okay. False lies. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm hey, Bayer, aspirin, all you companies, you're willing to help the president, huh? Isn't it amazing? I noticed that a lot of companies, a lot of infrastructure companies in the United States are working with Donald Trump. From my hometown in Ohio, above me, we've got Ford. They're working on air filters with them. I saw what you're doing, Bear. You guys that make the aspirin, I saw what you're doing, but the media doesn't want to tell anybody. Oh, no, it's a catastrophe. Yeah. Why? Because we don't got no anti-booger stuff. Again, it may seem like I'm making, light of it. It is serious. All viruses are serious, for God's sakes. I hate to get the cold. I would really hate to get the virus 19. But I think I would survive them both. Anyways, that's it. I do have more. It's right here. I don't know. I mean, I talked a little bit about it. I tried to. But I want y'all to try to catch up and also start to find out about China. China will tell you themselves. We got no problems. Heck, I even read the Korean newspaper, because Kimmy, you a sick puppy. It's gonna catch up with you. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna go ahead now and answer your questions. We've been together 50 minutes. Are y'all doing okay? Oh, we only got 933 people.
Like 31.
No kidding. Out of all the, and I only got one thumbs up, my own. Well, I thought we had really good stuff. Gave 3 million Q pills to White House. Bayer did. Oh yeah, you heard that one. Good discussion, Frank, says Susan. Well, good. We got one person listening. There are so many ways to build up immunity. Oh, you aren't kidding. We sell the products that do it, especially Wills. Oh, that stuff. What's another one you got here? I'm on my borderline carport minding my own business. That's funny, Alora. Anyways, what's it say? Security and stability, two. That was number one. Number two, stop using the American dollar. Number three, stop the auctions. And they did all three of them, family. Is that a coincidence? Is that a coincidence? Weren't we desperately looking for these three things to happen? Especially stop the auction and stop using the American dollar? What do you think they're doing for this whole week? Can we borrow some money, please? Who you? Iraq? No. Well, please. We don't got nothing. We can't even use the American dollar maybe for 2 weeks. Please. Please, with sugar on top. No. And by the way, we're deploying 4,000 National Guards to where they are needed. And that's the borders of the United States of America, because we already have our American soldiers protecting the borders of Iraq by the thousands. And nobody seemed to talk about it or even realized it. Oh, well. Look at this. This is a police car on the sidewalk with yellow tape for the tourists here. You can't come in. You hear me? You can't come in. I don't want to come in. Okay. Here, listen. Oh, of course. Of course. No power. This ain't connected. What's that, man? Okay, sweetie. Oh, gee whiz. What bad
The
luck.
bottom of your video where the thing was yesterday and see if
Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, that's why I married you. So you could rescue me. Okay, the bottom part, honey?
where the speaker is, it had an X, remember?
Guess what? The beaches was full. Mahalo. Okay. Beaches are full. I don't know what I said. But that's kind of sad, isn't it, family? Yeah, that's kind of sad. I'm looking, there's an auction because of the curfew. No, that ain't it. I'm looking for the one article. Here it is. Alak, the governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, was optimistic that the pressure would push the government to introduce long-awaited financial reforms. Can you imagine Alak? I mean, he's not the best, but he's what we decided to keep, you know. So Alak is sitting there. Bored. He's just the governor. He got no other function but to sit there and look pretty and represent the GOI and talk when the board of directors tell him to say something. So you can see Alak sitting there go, hey. What does he want? He wants to give the new rate to the government of Iraq. Really? Well, you didn't hear that? It says it right here, very plain and clearly. Oh, gee whiz, I just want my phone threw up, but hang in there with me. I'll find it very quickly here. Yeah, And I find this interesting because he is the governor of the central bank that we ended up keeping, to take care of it. And he says, "Hey, I'm optimistic that the pressure, what pressure? What pressure? You're not putting it, you pinching somebody? You're pinching their butt? You're not doing anything a lot. You're just sitting there. But you're bored as can be because you can't steal anymore. So you say, and here it is. Halakha, the governor CBI, was optimistic that the pressures would push. Again, define pressures, and you know who the heck you're talking about, us. That the pressures would push the government to introduce long awaited financial reforms. Are you waiting for a program rate, family? No. You're waiting for a new rate. The long awaited financial reforms. That's a lot. The governor of the central bank of Iraq. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess you're bored. And family, then this 2 week period or 1 week, whatever they're going to shut down, they go out and they say, "Hey, guys, please give us some money." And what do they say? Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Implement the no. Well, the government of Iraq goes out to the international world and they say, "We need money because we're about to go bankrupt as a country." And the article itself actually said, "Nope. Nope. Raise the value of your currency." I'm desperately trying to find it, but I'm not going to find it. Oh, wow. Okay. I think we're done. Let's get to your questions. We're wasting way too much time. Y'all having fun, by the way? Are you learning stuff? This takes the anointment to the Lord of our time. It has to be so restorative. Frank, thank you. Awesome. Fresh air and surf seems like a good place not to catch a virus. That's right. That's right. You drink warm water. You don't drink cold, or excuse me, pardon me. Is that how it works? Yeah, you drink warm water. You don't drink cold water to defeat this virus. But very good. Let's see here. If Iraq does not get the new rate, a real rate soon, they'll need to learn how to get on their hands and knees and start begging for loans. And these other countries, these institutions, you read the article yesterday and the day before yesterday, flat out said, no. You know what to do. You know what to do. Finish your reforms. Now, that right there is what I was telling you, ring-a-ding-ding, ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding, 100 times. And they all answered, "Yes, Mr. President, we will work with you. Yes, Mr. President, no worries." Same thing like I just read to you. Let's go to your questions, because you got a lot. And it is exactly 50 questions. And let's see here, not wasted time. Good. Hello, KTFA, just got here. All righty, welcome, Mark. Yeah, learning a lot, Frank. I'm happy to hear that. Rodrigo, I think it is. What was the number of that article, Frank? We'll get to it in a minute. All the Kleenex will be gone now.
See what CS.
1 box per person. No, what do you say?
You get the laundry fresheners that you put in the dryer, and use that, and your booty will smell good, and it will be wrinkle free.
Here, babe. In about. Got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back here now. And what? Are you serious? Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta see this. Man, some people are just so childish. Let me see. Hello. I have the best intel currently. Frank, you in La La Land. and you don't want to talk to me. Look at this. Look at the stuff I have to put up with. Look at this. Yeah, my teams suck. I really need help, don't I? Sir, I know what you got. You got prophecy stuff. I'll get with you when I can. In fact, sir, look, let me show you. Oh, how disgusting of me. Look at today, 181. 181 people want to talk to me. Do you mind getting in line and be polite? So, back to what we were doing. Question number 1 from Tim. Frank, are the auctions stopped or not? Why didn't you look at the CBI website? Why don't you call the CBI? Why don't you send them an email? Are they stopped or not? Don't you know the answer to that? Did not Delta bring the information to you, laid it all out, typed it all out very nicely, and explained to you why the auctions have stopped? Why the CBI made the declaration so in the amount of time and everything? Question number 2 from Alora. But to answer your question, Tim, they stopped using the auctions. They stopped using the American dollar. Why? Because of the coronavirus. But yet the auctions are electronic. Go figure. That's why I gave you 1, 2, 3, and then suddenly. Okay? From Alora, on a scale of 1 through 10, how good is the pressure being put to Iraq, to RI? On a scale of 1 through 10, I would just add it all up. 1 plus 10 is 11. 11 is good enough with me. Question number 3 from God's servant. Frank, Delta posted that the auctions had stopped. That the auctions had stopped because of the curfew. That is correct, God's servant. Do you have evidence to believe they have stopped for another reason? The last hour and 1 minute is your evidence. Question.
You got a call over there.
Question number 4. Give me a second, family. I didn't say nothing. Bless you.
Thank you.
Plug it in over here for me.
Over.
Plug it in over here for me. Thank you. No, thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the time, family. Question number 4 from Let It Be. Frank, how long will the CBI wait to show the new rate? How long will the CBI wait to show the new rate? You're asking me when they're going to show it? I don't know. But if you're asking me how long will it take for it to appear once they make the change, instantly. And you say, despite what this GOI does, yeah, you're asking for a date. So, no, I don't know when, honey. I don't know. All of these Q&A, excuse me. All this Q&A, by the way, it's all my opinion, okay? It says, question number 5 from Sonotech. Frank, can you please tell us the date of the Firefly report that you gave us yesterday on Friday's premium? It would seem that the older it is, the better for us. Yeah, it was last night. The beginning part was about 4 days old, but the last part, that good part, raise your own, we ain't gonna give you nothing, was last night. Question number 6 from Elaine23, I think that's how you pronounce it. Can Iraq declare a national emergency and appoint Z as the prime minister without a confident vote from the blocs due to the financial and medical emergency that Iraq is going through? Look, let me just get to the first part of your question. Can Iraq declare a national emergency and appoint Z? Yes, and that's what I said yesterday and on Monday. Remember? Okay. Question number 7. And Jennifer P. Will the rate be lower to start the reinstatement than rise in value over time? Jennifer, that's the question. That's a question that everyone is asking, and has the right to ask that question, because it was thought that they wanted to be pegged to the American dollar and be put in a basket. The basket is a condition and environment where these other currencies will all support each other, with their assets, with their value, with their whatever it may be. And it went well, but remember I said recalculate. Remember when they said, and they said it just about 6-7 days ago. And this was the finance minister. We're gonna revisit. We're gonna revisit the the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar. Good God Almighty! What he was telling you is that we, revisit. Yeah, we revalued, and that's where I come in, and I tell you. Remember when I said revalue? They recalculated. Many of them. It's hundreds of scenarios, and they finally said, you know what? We don't really care for this. What we had with the, with the IMF, with you guys, we like this. We can do this on our own. Okay. So God only knows. Let's say that they come out at 1-to-1. Jeez. Dear God. These are the things that drive me crazy. Okay, Frank, are you going to have a YouTube today? And this man does this every time we have a YouTube. I'm sorry. What was I saying? So, of course, nobody knows what I'm saying. I'm the only one that knows what I'm saying. The dollar we will revisit, so we don't like the idea that we first came up with to be pegged and come out at 1-to-1, then slowly float and rise up over a certain amount of time. We told you within 72 74 days we would see the rise, maybe cap and so forth. But the revisits were the recalculations that have now put the rate, in my opinion, not just at 1-to-1, but with the capacity to come out as a reinstatement, an RI. In other words, put it back the way it was, but at the percentage that is needed to it to bring it up to the current interests and so forth and so forth. I hope I answered your question. I believe that was question 4. Somebody can help. It's okay.
You were at 6. The last one you said 6.
We were at 6, babe.
That's the last one you said, question 6.
Really? Question 6, 4. 6, can emergency. And question number 7 from Jennifer. Will the rate be lower to start the RI, then rise in the value over time? I gave you a long answer. Question number 8, also from Elaine. Frank, has Walking Sticks private banks received any notification as to when they need to release the new small category notes? Yes. Question number 9. This whole Q&A is in my opinion. Question number... All right. Question number 9. From Allison. If they have been Article 8, if they have been Article 8 since last January, but still no visible change in the rate, why should we think that because we can no longer see results of the auctions, that a public rate change might now be near, other than the fact that the low oil prices are about to tank their economy? Well, why shouldn't we expect it based on everything we've seen? Everything we've seen is for the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar value. Everything they've been saying is the definition of the reinstatement of their currency. And as far as Article 8, I've told you they were Article 8 last January electronically. And they've used the second set of books, but you want to know, I don't even know what the question is. So, question number 10. Tigger, Frank, with all your team's help, do you expect to be surprised when this finally happens? Tigger, when this happens, your surprise will be one of excitement. When this finally happens, Tigger, for you, it will be excitement. But when it happens, you say, do you expect to be surprised when this finally happens? When it finally happens, for me, it'll be a surprise of relief. Question number 11. From Tigger also. Frank, do you expect the price of oil and gold? Frank, do you expect the price of oil and gold to rise ahead of the reinstatement of the IQD, a kind of tipping of the hand? You're asking me, Tigger, do I expect the price of oil and gold to rise ahead of the reinstatement? No. This is my opinion. No. What Trump is doing right now, behind closed doors, whatever he's doing, basically with the whole world, quietly, while these communist Democrats in the media try to scare the crap out of everybody, he's working on some pretty good things right now. And the price of oil is not a part. Okay, you're asking, do you expect the price of oil and gold to rise ahead of the RI? No, I expect it after the RI, big time. Question number 11, also from Tigger.
12.
Thank you. Question number 12. Oh, it was duplicate. Claire says, sorry, duplicate. You sent me a duplicate, Claire. 2 questions. You're fired. She said, thank you. From Texas, donkey. That's a nice. I don't want to hear it no more. Leave me alone. From Texas, donkey. I know what I said. You realize what you... Shut up. Sorry, sir. 13 from Ron, Mexico. No, from Texas Donkey. Is the U.S. still holding back the oil money to apply pressure? Damn right. Question number three, damn right. And that's why the question before that, I told you, that's why the question before that, I said, no, 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 no. The price of oil is something, or did I say that? You see, that's a completely different project. The crashing of oil is something completely different from the original question that you asked me when you said, do you expect oil prices to go up and go before the RI? It'll be after the RI. Question number 13, Ron Mexico. In your opinion, do you believe that the United States of America will... Did I answer the other question? Yes. The answer is, are we still holding the oil back, oil money back? Yes. 13, from Ron Mexico. In your opinion, do you believe that the United States of America will drain the swamp of our cabal? Here we go. Of our cabal before we allow Iraq to revalue their money? Okay, well, first of all, Ron, okay, in my opinion, thank you. Okay, number one. Do you believe that the United States of America will drain the swamps of our cabal? Oh. Ron, excuse me. Ron, did you know that sometimes the cabal has been referred to the Illuminati? Did you know that the Illuminati was associated with the Masons? Did you know that these organizations are nothing more but little in their groups, usually of men, that want to keep an idea going, keep it alive? Now, the cabal theory that you're talking about could be dealing with, secrets that are against us. But did you ever stop and think that the cabal may not necessarily be a secret plot to remove you, but to remove evil? So, you asked me, do you think that we're going to drain the swamps, Frank, before? Or do you think we're going to drain the swamps of cabal in our government before the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar? Doesn't matter. The cabal does not have the cabal that you may be thinking about, let's say, that wants to bring down the United States of America. Civil war, whatever it may be, right? Take over our money, gold, whatever. No. I wouldn't worry about that, Ron. In your opinion, do you believe that the United States of America will drain the swamps of our cabal? First of all, I don't think we have a cabal. I think we just have political BS that we have to deal with. Question number 14. I tell you what, you want to get rid of the cabal? Get rid of the communist Democrats. There's your cabal. And that's exactly the definition. Oh, snap. That makes sense, didn't it? Question number 14 from Turk Tiny. So will the GOI give the people what they want, or will they go down with the ship, sort of speaking? No, the government of Iraq, Tiny, is going to give the citizens what they want. I haven't given you Firefly's report. And I see what the media is telling you, and they ain't telling you jack. They ain't telling you the relationship, are they, between Z and the citizens, are they? I don't know if I'm going to tell you. I don't know if I had the desire. We're only at 943. That tells me a lot. And I know 943, God bless you all. Well, we just dropped to 932. I have a lot to share. I have a lot to say. But I've learned that so, Tiny, you say, so will the GOI give the people what they want? Yeah, because the GOI right now is following the directions of the United States of America. In fact, if you go to post number 142 in our forum, look at that! Self-confession! self-confession of what I just told you right now. And I've said it forever. We determine who the prime minister is. Oh no, the United States can't have the prime ministership power, and that's why the United States is struggling right now. Shut up. You read that right there. You read that whole thing, and you'll realize, oh my gosh, the United States has been in control of the GOI forever. Yeah. No, actually, when we went in 2003, which feels like forever, that's 17 years. This thing should have only taken 10 years. That's it. It is parallel with the stock market. They reflect each other. That's how we make money in the United States stock market, by leeching off of other countries. Anyways, I answered that question. Question number 15 from Sona. Sona, S-O-N-A. The United States government is using various packages in the trillions of dollars to keep afloat. During this crisis, do you think that the funding is coming from the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar? Thank you. Yes. Oh. They don't want me to talk, family. So I'm going to talk. Yes. So let me ask you something. When are you going to get your 1,000? You don't need me. Take it from there. Question number 16. Peter, 2001. Frank, are you Walking Stick Delta AG1 on the other side? Waiting for you. This whole call is in my opinion. From I Am Right. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in a long time. From I Am Right 1, if it's the same person. Frank, when the auctions start again. You see, now that's a good question. I haven't even read this, but I'm already loving where you're taking this. Okay, let's see what you got to say. Frank, when the auctions start again, the rate might be at the program rate. Mm-hmm. While another time frame start. Oh, I said while will. Let me do this one again. Frank, when the auctions start again, the rate might be at the program rate. Will another time frame start with the new auctions? No. No, because the auctions never had a time frame. They had a date to stop. Did you notice that it stopped? Oh, snap. I'm in trouble. No, I'm not. Did you hear what I just said? I guess not. They're all asleep and we keep losing them. You know what? Let's hit the gas. I'm only on 18 and we got 50. Something isn't right tonight. I don't know what it is. And here I am being held back, and yet no. 18 from Mr. K. Is it coincidence? Is it coincidental that starting? Oh, I already see. It's a good one. Who are you, Mr. K? Okay. Is it a coincidence that starting April the 6th, they are going to start sending out stimulus checks? What did I just say? When are you going to get your check? It's like a catch-22, man. I do, I don't, I do, I do, I don't, I don't, I do. I'm screwed either way, man. So, Mr. K says, is it a coincidence that starting April the 6th, they are going to start sending out stimulus checks, and on that same date, all other countries have to stop using the dollar? What are your thoughts on that? I think I already gave them to you. 1, 2, 3. Number 19 from Ransom. Is there any evidence of them stocking up? Is there any evidence of them stocking up before this curfew at the CBI? Stocking up what? You mean stocking? Is there any evidence of them stocking up before this curfew at the CBI or to play catch up after the curfew is over? Or do you think that it is a real stoppage of auctions? Look, one question is okay, just one at a time, because I'm not going to answer these three. These are three different scenarios and and we've already gone through all this. Very simply, is there any evidence of them stocking up before this curfew? Stocking up what? You mean the currency? And we've already talked about it being delivered and everything, so that doesn't apply. And before this curfew at the CBI or to play catch up after the. No. Question number 20 from Southern Girl. Where is the money from the stimulus package for the U.S. citizens coming from? Oh, no. Ask Clinton. And those punks should have done that same thing. Share the wealth. But nah. And then within less than 1 year, you already had wasted all that money from Kuwait. Question number 20 from Southern Cal. You know, I'm pouring my heart out to you, family, right now. I shouldn't do this. And with 9, man, I shouldn't do this. This whole call is, in my opinion, but this whole call is loaded for bear. From Southern Girl, where is the money for the stimulus package for the U.S. citizens coming from? You know. Question number 21 from Pulsecat, Pulskaat, from Pulsecat. You see a cat walking in. Are we waiting on a regiment change in Iran for this to be completed? No, they're dead. No. The whole idea was to get rid of them. Start at the beginning of this conference call. 1, 2, 3. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Your question is answered there. Question number 22 from David B. Could you explain why the Parliament would support an openly known USA supporter for PM? Let me try this again. Could you explain why the Parliament, it's the Parliament, which is kind of cleaned up, or getting pretty well cleaned up, but why would the Parliament support an openly known USA supporter for PM? To save their lives, to save their jobs, their careers. I told you, they got nowhere to go. The few remaining elite supreme bozos that are in Parliament that haven't died, that haven't been arrested, that haven't run off, that haven't been taken into the back alley and taken care of, the few that are still there, you saw what I told you a couple of days ago. We read it to you. They chicken shitted out themselves. They said, hey, I'm sorry. You know, no. We support anything you say, USA. Sorry. But no, some of them are being kept, and some of them are. But so you ask me, why are they supporting the Prime Minister to save their asses? And I already told you that. Question number 23. From Tim S.E. Frank, from back in December, when Eddie's bank... Oh, I know where this is going. And I don't blame you asking me this question. Here, let me finish it off too. You ready? Okay, hold on. Ready? Oh, hold on, one more. Okay, I deserve that. Okay, no more now. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Now let me just ask the question. I deserve all that, but let's get. No, one more time, and I'm gonna hit you back. Frank, from back in December, when Eddie's bank friend said, rate change in March or April. In your opinion, was this a wild guess? Yeah. Or did he maybe know something that we did not at the time? Thanks. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so he was right. So what? If, for those of you that don't know, one of our fireflies, his friend is at a bank in Baghdad. And he hasn't talked to him because he went to Jordan to try to make a living and feel a little more secure, but he'll be back pretty soon. But the bank friend of his in Baghdad said in January, "Oh no, 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 I watch Mr. Frank." You son of a gun. No, 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 no. Hey, wrong. What's she wrong about? Hey, wrong. About what? Not going to have no budget, not going to have no rate until April or, what's it? March or April. Okay. So March is ending. Well, it's going to be in April then. Okay. Who told you that? My boss. And when you think about it, his boss went to those meetings, and if that's, well, all right. So I remember I said 50-50. We'll just leave it alone. Well, here we are, March ending, and we're going into April. But the other thing that the gentleman said was that they were going to go and change to the new fiscal year. And that's really what I said no about, if you look at your notes. I didn't say, oh, no, it won't, the change of the rate is not, well, I did kind of say, no, it's happening in January, in my opinion, more than in March or April or whatever. Yeah, I did say that. I'm sorry. But what I guess I'm trying to say, family, is that this gentleman and I had a difference of opinion, not for the date of the change of the rate. Notice, this gentleman is saying, yeah, they're going to change the rate, but not until. And his opinion was March or April. I guess both of those. I guess both he and I are walking into April. Would you like to come with us? Because he and I both agree back in January and now walking into April. Yeah, they're raising the value. Yeah, they're raising the value. But not until, okay, whatever. Isn't that something? It's not like we're arguing, oh, no, sir, show me the proof they're going to do it. It's more like, yeah, they're going to raise the value, but not until, okay. That is a complete about face, isn't it? 180. Yeah, it is. Question number 24 from Freddie C. Frank, do you think that there will be debt relief on a country or global level as a result of global shutdown? Freddie C., I don't understand your question. Let's try it again, okay? Frank, do you think there will be debt relief on a country or global level as a result of this global shutdown? Gosh, I'm sorry, I'm not understanding the question. On a country. What country? Which one are you talking about? Let's try this. Let's fill in the gaps for you. Frank, do you think that there will be debt relief? In other words, some of their bills paid. Who? On a country. Who? Iraq? Or on a global level? Iraq, the United States, many other countries? Okay. As a result of this global shutdown. Oh, no. No. Individuals, maybe the government, maybe the United States might give us a little tax credit. Maybe $1,000 each. Maybe zero interest on loans, But yeah, that'd be great. Hey, Canada, I am live right now doing a UB2B. Why don't you go on UB2B and watch me, okay? Yeah, I guess I will. God bless you. Rude. I think I answered your question. No, I didn't. As a result of this global shutdown, debt relief. No, not debt relief globally. Debt relief more acutely on an individual or on a company, but on a country's, let's say, budget, GDP, that's owed out. No, you still owe me, sucker. What's that got to do? You got the money. We're just holding back. But for the individual or the corporate that is helping or trying to help, yeah, they should be credited and probably will be in one way or another. Question number 25 from KBC123. How much longer until the parliament can be dismissed and restarted without stronghold of the Iranian corrupt officials? Actually, KBC, that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on right now. They're restructuring that government, that whole parliament, cabinet, prime minister. But it's already restructured because they already know who. So what they got to do is continue to protect these people until they're ready to release them. When? I don't know. But I find this April the 6th is fascinating, especially with what I just said about our bank friend. And it's, man, I can almost feel you breathing down my neck. Question number 26 from Kiki 2004. Hello, Frank. Thank you for all that you and your teams do for us with everything that is going on. How would it be possible for us to exchange our currency if the banks are not open and just the teller drive-through windows are, in your opinion? Well, remember I said, I gave you 1, 2, 3, and then suddenly? Well, suddenly is your question. Because 1, 2, 3 are the things we have dreamed about for years in order to raise the value of their currency. Security and stability, they stopped the auctions and they're not using the American dollar in the auctions. Oh my gosh. What? Are you crazy? If I was Steven Spielberg, I don't think I could have even come up with a greater script than this for a Hollywood movie. 1, 2, 3, and then go to the bank, honey. And what? Oh, you can't get into the bank right now? No. Oh, really? Yeah. You got dinars just went up in value? Yeah. You would think that somebody did that on purpose. What an amazing window to freeze and control and to do the things that need to be done. Yeah. So Kiki 2004, I don't know who's doing this. So I told you who's doing it, in my opinion, because he was pissed off. Throw another rock at me. I'll throw a freaking boulder at you. I told you, I'm talking too much, even if it's in my opinion. Question number 27 from MN Man. MN Man. What is the health condition of the Supreme Leader Rouhani? I thought he was dead. If he has passed, will it help in getting the RI out sooner? No, well, yeah, in the sense that you're getting rid of Iranian influence, but that's about it. That's more on the that's more on the cotangent side, not on the tangent side. So yeah. Basically, the question is, isn't it good that 1, 2, 3, one of them being that security and stability, because Iranian bozos that used to steal from the CBI website or some the CBI auctions are dying, and the CBI auctions have stopped using the American dollars, and they stopped because of the excuse of the coronavirus. Oh my, 1, 2, 3, and then suddenly? I mean, these are the 3 perfect things that we've always wanted, right? Right? Security and stability. We're there by the thousands. Streets, alleys, in the air, radar, in space, everywhere. Iraq is protected like... I don't know if this is the proper word to say. I'm sorry, forgive me if I'm wrong in doing this, but the United States bought Iraq a powerful chastity belt. Dun, 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 dun. Can't touch that. Dun, 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 dun. Can't touch that. No. Can't touch that. Question number 28 from K9 Lisa. You can't touch that. Hey, Iran, can't touch that. Saudi, you punks, you can't touch that either. You had it going. Man. Don't even get me started. Question number 28 from K9 Lisa. Is it possible for the RI to be pushed out several months from the coronavirus epidemic? Well, of course it is. But the way it's moving right now, in the direction that it's going, education and crescendo, peaking, almost over with, manufacturers helping, the whole economic world is not listening. Oh, it's a disaster. Instead, they're holding back and they're going to move the moment Trump tells them. Yeah. So, is it possible that the RI could be pushed out several months from the coronavirus epidemic? Based on all those things that we've been saying and studying, no, I just don't see that. 29 from MN Man. What pressures are being put on Al Sadar to work with the parliament to confirm Z as the prime minister? None. Who cares about him? Sadr, you want to stick around? Yeah, well, then you just simply pay attention. And you say, yes, sir, when we talk to you. Sadr, do you want to leave? Yeah, then go. So your question is, what pressures are being put on Al Sadr to work with the parliament to confirm Z as prime minister? I don't care what he has to say. And the citizens don't care what Sadr has to say, so the answer is none. 30 from Charles J. You have... I'm going to stop for a second because Militia Man, our analyzer, just posted something that I think is very, very profound, very powerful. I can't cover everything, and I appreciate that our analyzer just posted that. And I don't know why. God works in many ways, He made me look over to see. I didn't even know it was him, but Militia Man is saying to somebody, the CBI moved 1.4, or actually, the CBI moved 1 trillion dinars to outside banks at the same time that the U.S. Feds injected 1.5 trillion to banks for liquidity. Wow. You understand? So when you say to me, well, what pressures are being put on Sadr? Who cares? We're doing other things that are more important. Question number 30 from Charles J. You have mentioned some parallels. You have mentioned some parallels among other mysterious things. You have mentioned some parallels among other mysterious things. Okay. You said Alawi was like Trump, like his clone. You've mentioned the budget being full of stars. Yeah, it's a huge budget. Huge. It's not a cloudy night where you can see a few stars. You can actually see the band of the Milky Way across the sky. My God, it's full of stars. There's so many things in here in this budget for the citizens of Iraq. So you mentioned the budget being full of stars, and you've mentioned boiling lobster with friends in the future, but you really liked the color blue. Can you elaborate? Can you elaborate on any of these statements? From Charles J. Charles, sometimes I may use parallel references, maybe an example, metaphors. I try not to be too mysterious or too weird. And those that have been with me for 11, 12 years understand what I do. But as far as your questions, I think I just defined them. Full of stars, the budget is filled. It's not in fact, did you see, what's your name? Charles? It was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It couldn't have been no more than the day before. Where the new Z, the new prime minister, he comes out and he's talking about the budget, right? Okay. My God, it's full of stars, right? Okay. All these different things? Okay. And he's talking about it in billions, and billion this and billion, and we've allocated this billions over here. If you add up all of that, all those stars in billions, it's impossible. Impossible. A program rate couldn't cover it. And now, if you add it all up, if it's in trillions, yeah, then the program rate can cover it. Even the prime minister himself, the new guy, is not coming out and saying, hey, we just, RI'd. But he doesn't have to. Question number 31 from Sonotech. Do you still plan to talk about your decision with Walking Stick about the rate? The next topic, as you mentioned on last Wednesday's UB2B? No. Question number 32 from Casey. Do you think that the corona in fact, you know what I did when the one question was asking me about, remember I talked about, well, we wanted it 1-to-1 in the basket and all that kind of stuff. When you go back to that question, I think I answered your question actually deeper. Question number 32 from Casey. Do you think that the corona stimulus package has anything to do with Iraq? Well, that's what this whole call is about. Yeah. And in the beginning, the first hour, I was trying to tell you that in my opinion, if this was done to hurt Trump's, success globally, economically, then shame on you, because you didn't do a very good job with it, and your scare tactics didn't work. No, shame on you. And on top of it, now, in my opinion, Trump has taken it and used it for his advantage. Why? Close the CBI. Close the CBI elections. Why? Coronavirus. Okay. We need to get rid of Iranian influence. What did I tell you? Remember I told you? Look at your notes. What is the number? What is the only reason why we cannot lift the value of the Iraqi dinar? What is the only reason? What did I say? Iran. 1, 2, 3. Then suddenly, huh? So, wow, this coronavirus, do you think the corona stimulus package has anything to do with Iraq? Yeah, think? Question number 33 from Terry S. Now that OPEC has... Now that OPEC has hit the bottom of the barrel on oil prices, will that affect the rate of the exchange from the IQD to the USD? No. In my opinion, no. No, because in my opinion, a lot of gold has been moved to prevent that. Question number 34 from Dr. Bob, B-O-B. It seems to me that every time... I'm so sorry, I wish I could answer that question deeper. Then again, maybe I don't want to answer it deeper. So yeah. Question number 34 from Dr. Bob. It seems to me that every time Iran has an earthquake, it is a 5.5 earthquake. In your opinion, are those earthquakes a present from Daddy T for their misconduct? Not bad, Dr. Bob. Dr. Bob, were you with us when I first started out our conference call for tonight? I talked about this. And I gave the example of what the North Koreans used to do when they would come at the Americans in waves after waves. And you think that, you wipe them out because you're talking about tens of thousands of bodies lying there dead. But yet, here they come with these little bugles, and the noise is so irritating. And it drives you psychotic to the point where you lose your focus as a soldier. And if you do, then you lose a six to your friend, and it's just not good. Gave the example of Checkpoint Charlie would fly over when they were trying to sleep, and they would drop grenades just to keep you awake and drive you crazy. Heck, to this day, with North Korea, we got giant boombox speakers. They got some good stuff. We could have a party there, man. They got all these speakers, and 24/7, we're blasting music, horrible music, into into North Korea. We mess with their radios. So I hope I answered your question. So you're saying to me, do you think that the earthquakes of 5.5 are something maybe from Donald Trump? I've been trying to tell you. This whole call is, in my opinion, you shouldn't piss off people, especially people with power. Ain't that right, Harp? Question number 35 from Marcus. Aloha, Frank. How's it? Now that the auctions have been stopped, in your opinion, well, you see, another thing, we got to be careful with that. They've been stopped because of the curfew, because of, this virus, right? Will they come back? Will they come back different? Will they come back at the program rate? Will they come back with only their currency at a program rate or a new rate? See, this is where we're at with my teams. Question number 35 from Marcus. Aloha, Frank. Now that the auctions have been stopped, in your opinion, is Iraq implementing or planning their next course of action? Yes, Marcus. Yeah, that's what our studies have all been, and I believe that their next course of action was to stop the auctions and stop using the American dollar. But they did that. Oh well. So I wonder what they're going to do next. Suddenly. Question number 36 from Hurricane. Frank, do you think with all that's going on behind closed doors with our president that... Who is this? Hurricane. Frank, do you think with all that's going on behind closed doors with our president that Nasara could be coming to fruition? The same way I answered the question about Cabal, it's the same way I guess I would answer this question about about Nasara. Nasara groups have been around for a long time. Started in Europe. And I think it was when fractional banking actually first started. A little bit of this, a little bit of this. Well, it all adds up. Ask the Knight Templars. Ask the Masons. Ask the Illuminatis. They're all the same. They're all the same. They all fall into the same category. They're nothing more but groups that, and usually they are religious groups now that I think about it. And all they do is they, I don't even know what, let me think. National Emergency. No, National Economics, because you see, they want to protect their money around the world. And it's used through a holy crusade, usually. It's the National Economic Security and oh geez, I forgot. And Reformation Act. That's what that is. So these guys, they get themselves together and they say, look, maybe by divine intervention, by God's will, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new banking system. Alrighty. You mean the Ottoman Turks? Well, the Ottoman Turks actually were one of the very first ones that did something like this. They remind me of credit unions. Yeah, I'm serious. And what I mean by that is, hey, just go to the bank. You don't need the credit union. Yeah, we do. So to answer your question, do you think with all that's going on behind closed doors with our president, that the Nasara could be coming to fruition? It's always been coming. It's always been done. And it's still existing right now. Nasara is something that you shouldn't be involved with, in my opinion, and shouldn't worry about it. because they ain't going to tell you jack about their secret plans with their money and their economy. Because God is ordaining everything that they do. You could even put jihad under Nasaras for all that matters. Question number 36 from Hurricane. Frank, that was 36, I'm sorry, from Hurricane. 37 from Vincent. If we accept that Iran is dying and desperate, what would stop them from sending 6 citizens? Oh, good question. Who is this? Vincent. Good question. Wait a minute, hold on. Jimmy Harrison is trying to help help someone. Jimmy saying, hey, Frank, he's talking about the debt forgiveness, Frank, for the whole country, changing to an asset-backed currency. Really? Well, anyways, our country is already asset-backed, but not enough. What happened was that Donald Trump says, load the banks up with gold. Now, I'm not going to help you with that. You Google it yourself. My friends talk to me, and we see it. I mean, we're not talking about one shipment. We're talking about shipments that have been going on for months. This whole cause of my opinion. So we know about that. We know that Trump is backing our currency with gold now. Wow! So then he went a step further and he improved our economy. Wow! Then he went a step further and he says to Saudi, really? That's what you're going to do to me? My homie, you're going to do this with Russia and others, huh? Tell you what, up yours. No? Talk to the hand. No, Mr. President, we'll do. Open everything we've got. Just open everything we've got. Start selling our damn oil too. Oh no, Mr. President, we need it for emergency. Shut up and sell it. All right. And was it Slate? Not Slate, but not Shell. What is the There's a shale. That's it. I was having trouble with that word. Then he started doing that, fracturing shale rock. Oh, buddy, which was not economical, and there was just too much oil in Texas. But now, get it all. Do you know how much our currency is going to be worth? And then the toilet paper currency from Iraq. What did he say we have? 35. What would that be? It's almost 40 trillion. That maybe? Wow! I didn't know. Listen, Vincent. So, if we accept that Iran is dying and desperate, what would stop them from sending 6 citizens with monetary... Oh, that's a different question. Yeah, I guess I went back up. I hope I answered your question. Let's get back to Vincent. Vincent, number 37. If we accept that Iran is dying and desperate, what would stop them from sending 6 citizens with a monetary incentive to Iraq to commit biological warfare? What are your thoughts? They did. They did. Which gave us, along with the fact that they were firing rockets inside of Iraq, into Iraq, that, along with this, gave us the ability to go in there with a lot more. A lot more. You can only go in with so much. So we doubled it up with NATO and with the UN, and we covered the borders. Ain't nobody coming across the borders of Iraq for a long time. So to answer your question, they were. But I don't think they can do that now, or even have the ability to do so. The borders of Iraq, oh my word, are secured by our men and women. The borders of the United States of America, even though with the Stafford Act, that the communist Democrats are saying that Trump is going to destroy America now because he's going to be ruthless. No, he's trying to protect our borders, you stupid communist Democrats. And false media. Hey, that wall sure is doing us good down in Mexico now, isn't it? Question number 38 from Dr. Feelgood. Dr. Feelgood. I remember back in the old days, remember we used to boogie on down. Dr. Feelgood. And what's that? The what? Oh, is that what you're doing? You're showing me he's a chiropractor? My wife is in. What's that mean, babe? He's a chiropractor. Dr. Feelgood. You should call me that.
But Frankie.
But Frankie, you. What? Alrighty. Anyways, the problems are the proxies inside Iraq. No, Susanna. The proxies are. And the ones that are left, I keep. You know what? No sense. Dr. Feelgood, Frank, would you kindly elaborate on what you meant by they stop the auctions when you cannot see them? Thank you kindly. Yeah, well, I guess the best way to answer that, and the only way I want to answer that in my opinion, sir, when the value does change, you will be asleep. Even if you're in California or in New York, you're going to be asleep. So when you wake up, oh, hello, what happened? And in my opinion, you didn't know that they shut down the auctions, did you? Because you were asleep. Question number 39 from Alora. Head of the snake. I was awake, by the way, when we found out. What? They did? Which, I mean, come on. We was excited. We thought the next day, boom. No, but all right. We're still waiting. But everything, right? Everything that you need, everything you need to survive this is there, right? Right. Everything. Let me show you something. This is a scuba diver who thought he had everything that he needed to go scuba diving. And unfortunately, he lost his tank. And it went about 150 feet. I don't know if you can actually see it, but it's got barnacles, it's got coral, it's got all kinds of stuff on it. Yeah. Here, let me blow it up. There you go. I'll blow it up a little bit more. Look at that. He thought he had everything he needed. You know, it's not that I think. I'm pretty convinced we have everything we need for the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar at whatever freaking value they want it to be at. Yeah. So I hope I answered your question. 39 from Alora. Head of the snake being cut. Has it been done or power stopped at least? Frank. Head of the, yeah. Really? Who's asking? Alora? Yeah, honey, the head of the snake was, what's his name? What was his name? Salamini. Yeah, when they vaporized him, wow, his blood became part of the atmosphere. That was the head of the snake. And that's why everything has crumbled for Iraq so quickly, so fast. I mean, Iran. Question number 40. 10 more to go. From Shashi. Question from Shashi. Frank, what? This is Shashi. I know. Frank, what? Will the CBI go ahead and increase the value and show on the Forex before Z has completed his cabinet to rescue the Iraqi economy? I don't know. But let's break down your question. Will the CBI go ahead and increase the value on Forex? Well, the answer is yes to both of those. Yeah, the CBI is the only one that's going to have the power to increase the value, okay? And then show it on Forex. Well, yeah, Forex and every other international counter, the money exchange counter that's out there, not just Forex, but more than likely they'll get it first and then they distribute it outward. Before Z has completed his cabinet to rescue the Iraqi economy, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter before, during, or after. It doesn't matter because the budget will not work without that rate. Question number 41 from Air Force 11. That's a call sign. I wonder. And then just in case. Really? You're. Okay, no, more likely not. Okay, from Air Force 11. Is President Trump sending out checks to boost the economy a cover for what we are waiting for? Is this you? Is this you? Because we talked about this yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a conversation with a friend of mine in the Northeast that protects our country. And we was talking about this, and we said, or I said to him, where's he going to get the money? And my friend says, you know from where. He sure is talking a lot without talking, isn't he? This is the third time that he tells us things that are going to happen because of what's going on in Iraq. Well, not directly, but indirectly, huh? Well, yeah. So, is President Trump sending out checks to boost the economy a cover for what we are waiting for? Like I said, I don't think even Steven Spielberg could have created such a beautiful script, such a beautiful window. And really? All three things in order for it to suddenly happen in this window created by artificial bullcaca that was taken advantage by our president to reverse the whole momentum for his favor. That's his style. That's his tactic. That's his MO. That's our president. You shouldn't mess with us. Because honestly, you communists, you're too stupid. You go with emotion and total conquest. We, Americans, okay, Republicans, we go for capitalism. And then we share it so we can make more of it. We don't want to kill people because then there ain't no one to make money with. What, you hoard all the money and then what? You're going to look in the mirror and brag? Question number 42 from Shashi. Frank, will Z be successful and be accepted? You know something, Saucy? If you would have asked me that about Alawi, I would have said, yeah. You're asking me now about Z? I'm gonna bite the bullet. Yeah, I'm gonna take that extra leap forward here and say, yeah, Z seems to be the prime minister. He's working with the people. I ain't gonna read to you what he's doing with them with our Firefly right now. So will Z be successful and accepted? Yeah, I think so, big time. I pray so too. From question number 43 from Tim. So the Iraqi Stock Exchange opens on the 24th. That's when they plan to reopen. God only knows. We don't know. Do they need a rate before they do? Yeah. Of course you need a rate. What are you going to do? Show up naked? Maybe I'm misunderstanding your question. So the Iraqi Stock Exchange opens on the 24th. Do they need a rate before they do? I think what you're trying to say, do they need the new rate? No. They've been on the Iraqi Stock Exchange selling internally at a program rate for a long time. And they actually have been selling externally. But that's more a penny stock. And who the heck messes with that? Except the novice, the newbie. I'm going to invest in that. I'm going to invest in the stock market. Okay, what you going to invest in? You know, I can get a gazillion back if I buy one. One penny can make me this much back. Do you know what the odds are against that? Those are penny stocks. What you need is blue chip stocks. You need to come over here and play with the big boys. No, I'm going to go, and that's what they count on. They count on the new ones to come in to build a foundation of what actually powers the bigger stocks. What's that guy's name on television that yells and screams like me? He's more bald than I am. He has all those mechanical, to make noises with. He uses the chalkboard and he teaches people about stocks. You should buy this stock and you should buy this stocks.
Kramer.
Kramer! Way to go, Jan! Way to go, baby. Yeah, when Kramer gets up there and he says, "Yeah, and I think this here stock, if you notice, it's going up and it's going to be really picking up speed, and and you should look into that one." You know what? No, no stock market advisor, agent, whatever is going to give you that kind of information. They're going to take it and run for themselves. Yesterday, two senators got in trouble. Hey, what? What's this? What? You sold stock? And this is the stock that everybody knows what's going on with the medicine stuff and everything. Hey, you made it illegally. That's inside information. And both of them declared, no, we didn't do that. Yeah, you did. And if you didn't, well, wow, you guys are geniuses, because, man, that's hard to figure that one out. And that's the thing about this Kramer guy. When he says, hey, look at this stock. And you know why? Because he needs you to invest in it. It's going to push it over what he needs. And you get in at the ground floor? No, you get in at the end. You get in at the floor, all right. And you don't make as much as this guy that's advising you so you can push it over. I've never dealt with the stock market. Excuse me, what am I saying? Yes, I have. But it didn't take me long to realize the stock market. And if you are a dealer, a stock market, a day trader, whatever, God bless you. You make the world go around. Anyways, so that was question number 43 from Tim. Yeah, 24. Do they need a rate? Question number 44 from Happy Golfer. Will the Iraqi Stock Exchange wait for the CBI to give the rate before they open, Frank? No, that's the same question as the one we just answered, remember? Yeah, about the Iraqi Stock Exchange. So that was 44 from Happy Golfer. 45 from Stephen D. Aloha, Frank. How's it? In your opinion, is there any reliable intel suggesting the new Prime Minister Z will be voted in because the Hakim, let me say it properly, because the Hakim block of Shiites may jump ship and join the Sunnis and the Kurds. They already did, Stephen. That's what I told you when we were last together. I read it to you from our Firefly, remember? Mr. Frank, those guys that are still left in Parliament, they're saying, well, we're going to vote for you. We're going to support you. Sauter, Mr. Frank, what? Sauter's coming out, and he's saying he's going to support him too. He don't want to die. I know. So, Stephen D., you must have missed that call. But you're asking, in your opinion, is there any reliable intel suggesting that the new Prime Minister Z will be voted in? He's already voted in because he has the favor of the citizens. What, you need an official vote? Okay, go ahead and take one. When you're done, let me know. Besides, we put him in. Yeah. And then when you look at the post that I told you, what was it post? See if Claire can get me. Is it post 140? Actually, it's at the bottom here. I'll find it in a minute.
The one you told me. 150.
Okay. Hold on. Stephen D., there is an article I want you to read, and you'll get to it in a minute. So, is there any reliable intel? Yeah, hey, basically, the U.S., here he is. And in that article I'm going to get you to read, they're telling you, well, the U.S. doesn't have any say in the Prime Minister. And then as you keep reading, actually, they do. They do. And to answer your question, he doesn't need to be voted in. He already has the favor of the people. But if you want him to be voted in, I'm sure they can do that as well too. And as far as Hakeem Block and the Shiites, they may jump ship. They did jump a ship. That was hard to get out of. They did.
Are you hungry? You said shrimp.
Shrimp, is that what I said? And I told you that that was Firefly Report. When was that? Wednesday, when I gave that to you. That they're all jumping just to say, okay, we vote for you. I don't care. I don't care who you care, what you say. 40, and by the way, stick around. What? Hey, the virus didn't kill you. No. Iranians didn't kill you. The elite? No. You might be worth something. Do you want to work with the United States? I thought we was going to be the government of Iraq. Do you want to work for the United States or not? Yeah. Then get your ass in the GOI and we'll work with you. Oh, okay. And that's not too many of them left that got that bonus round. Question number 46 from Terry S. Frank, where is the United States Treasury getting on? All my friends are gone. They're bored. They only stick around for an hour. But check this out, Terry. Hey, it's the same question about the 1,000 per citizen. Oh, that's what. Terry, this is not making fun of you, but let me try this, okay? Ring a ding ding. Ring a ding ding. Ring a ding ding. Hello, this is Donald Trump. Who this? This is. I gotta pee really bad. Hey, how you doing? You know your California stinks. You know that New York and California are number one in the coronavirus? Yeah, but you can't blame me. Yes, I can. That place stinks. What do you want? Nancy, I gotta pee. Hey, Mr. Trump, what you gonna give everybody $1,000? Yeah. From the Treasury? Yeah. What's the matter, Nancy? We're jealous. Yeah, well, you see, Nancy, when you guys had the opportunity with Clinton back in 1999, you should have done the same thing. Can you imagine what you guys did? You took all that money. You cleared a little bit of the deficit. Not much, by the way. Not even 10%, you stupid idiots. And then you wiped out you balanced the budget, and you wiped out not even 10% of the national debt. And then, in less than a year, we were back at the same debt. What if you would have given some of that, money from Kuwait that we had in, lots of Kuwaiti dinars? What if you would have shared that windfall with the American citizens? You didn't have to tell them how it, how we got it. But what if you would have? Our economy would have grown logarithmically. Exponentially. Boom. Imagine where we'd be right now as a nation. Surely not dealing with Iran. Surely not cleaning up the diarrhea that Obama left, let alone the stench. So where would we be? Check it out in 10 years. Because what Trump is about to do with the windfall from Iraq currency, what we did to help them, with this 1,000 stimulus per person, and with the economy already 20, really? 20,000 was a disaster, huh? We went from 30 to 20. You see how you guys think? You're just not thinking. So we retreated back to the record level of around 20K, somewhere in that okay. And guess what? When we come back, 30 again? How would you like 40? Because the nation, the stimulus, question 46 from Terry S. Frank, where is the United States Treasury getting all the trillions of dollars from to do the stimulus to the business and the people of the United States of America? Frank, how is this possible? Call Nancy. She's crying up a storm to tell you. Question number 47. And that's the major reason why when he was elected, oh my God, we're not going to get to do it again. That's right. I think God had a lot to do with it this time around, you communist Democrats of the United States of America. Question number 47. And by the way, that is your title, right? That is a leftist, right? A communist, right? Okay. You wear it proud, don't you? Oh. There's a place here called Punch Bowl. May I suggest that you look it up? I took my father there one time. And when he saw the campaign, it's all in stone. It's big. Multicolors. It's etched in granite. And when he saw his campaign of Korea, we lost him. I didn't know where Dad went. I asked Mom. Nobody knew. There was 10 of us. I finally found my dad behind the wall, crying like a baby. Crying like a baby. Because you know, when you survive a war, you're grateful. But then this complex, why did you survive? Jumps on your back for the rest of your life. And sometimes you can survive it, or sometimes you go crazy. And at Punch Bowl Crater, there, it's beautiful. It's a memorial. My mother's buried, and my sister are buried, and my dad will be buried one day at Fort Sam Houston. Beautiful memorial, military. As far, and you can see the valley and the mound goes up, and then it goes down and it goes back up, but it's forever. These white markers. These white markers. And as I look this up, I'll tell you that my dad was crying because he broke down for the first time since he had been in Korea. And I held him. And when we left, I looked around. I mean, as far as the eye can see, there's crosses for Christians. There's the Jewish star on the plaque itself, if it isn't a cross. It even goes back to the Civil War days. Believe it or not, we got people buried in there from back then. It's military. And when I see all those people that have died in many campaigns to fight against communism, and I see what the communist Democrats are doing to my country right now. Yeah, well, you know, it leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. Real bad taste. I'm desperately trying to find you my mother's grave.
You're looking through the pictures?
Mariposa sent me, she went to go see my mom and she took a picture of it. Here, babe. I'll give it to you, and it's all under, oh dear. Dear God, Jen, it's 109, almost, oh, now it's 220 something in Texas. It took me forever to get back up on top. What I'm looking for is Claire. I think I left off with 47, so I'm going to give you the phone, Jan. and answer the next question while you look that picture up for me under Mariposa, okay? Thanks, babe. So to make my point, it took me forever, didn't it? When I saw my dad cry, when I saw all those markers of people that have died to protect my nation from communist rule, and now I see what's going on now. Yeah, it leaves a real bad taste in my mouth, real bad. Question number 47. Frank, on Wednesday's call, you mentioned walking stick talk about the rate. Why not? Is it because it's public knowledge? Talk about the rate. Well, the rate is more public knowledge than the date. Yeah. The rate has been calculated and, in my opinion, recalculated. The rate, you can see the reflection of it when you see the amount that's in their budget for 2020. The rate, they themselves have said many times that they recalculated, went back to revisit, right? So, yeah, I suppose that, and then we know that it's a reinstatement, an RI. They could come out pegged 1-to-1, but they put that aside. We got the article. So the RI is now talking about what? Well, the rate it was, and then whatever interest they add to it. But I don't know about me and Walking Stick talking to you about no rate. I mean, we suggested that it was recalculated, and that's all we really said. But yeah, as far as the rate being out there a lot more than the date, yeah. In my opinion, the date is super top secret. Super, super top secret. Can't find it, huh, babe?
It would be
Yeah.
like Christmas time.
It's hundreds and hundreds and just stop of Texas. I can't keep up with them. I just wanted to show you, family, the picture of my mother's grave. It's forever. You see these rows and rows and rows and rows of these beautiful white markers. Alrighty, now we're almost done. So let's get up here, almost ready to say bye-bye to each other. Aren't you lucky? Hold on, let me see. Back. Claire. We're 47, so we're on 48, I think. Is that right? 46, 47, Wednesday, 47. Yeah. Going now to 48. From John McSee. I would think, as if I remember right, if Iraq didn't get there together, Trump would take control. Is this still available? Yeah, John C., we've already talked about that. It's an emergency government. We talked about it in depth. Question number 49 from Stephen D. Frank, can you elaborate on your recent comment that the Democrats' negative strategies will backfire on them within the next 15 days? Stephen, that's what this whole call was about, wasn't it? I mean, from the very beginning, I said, this is backfiring on you. Please enjoy this conference call. Please enjoy this, because I don't know when I'm going to be like this again. Question number 50, finally, Alora. Will we ever hear Walking Stick's voice recordings, perhaps on YouTube or other? Laura, that's funny you say that, because this morning when I was brushing my teeth, I was thinking about that very question. I was thinking to myself, golly, when this all happens, I know Walking Stick said that he would probably say something. I hope he does. Then I got to thinking, what if the Lord takes Walking Stick home before this happens? What do I do? What do I do then? And the only thing I could think of is that I will look for his obituary in his hometown, and I will bring it to you. Okay. And finally, it's post number 174. Don posted this. This is, let me see, we already closed the thread, so this will be yesterday's thread. Admins of KTFA, if you can bring it forward to the new thread. Dawn number 9, post number 174. Now it talks about the details of the plan of the to evacuate citizens abroad. It talks about the deferment of loan installments. No more money. Raise your value, says the international world. It talks about the solution of business owners. What to do, raise the value. Okay, it talks about the food in Iraq, what they're going to do, how we will buy their own stock, counting cash, Iranian preparedness in anticipation of a U.S. coup. A what? A U.S. coup? Oh, coup. I said coup. Thank you, Jan. Coup. In other words, I lost my train of thought. Coup. Iran says United States has no right in Iraq. Yes, we do. We are in charge of the government and prime minister, all cabinet positions. Iran says, no, you are not. You are taking over the country. You piece of crap. You are the ones that would try to take it over. Coup. No. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, post number 174 is telling you that the United States is being accused by Iran, it is an official announcement by the Revolutionary Guard of their faction loyals, is saying that the United States is trying to take over the country of Iraq with a military coup plotted by America's powers. No. We're not trying. We did. You got a problem with that, Iran? Wait a minute. Hold on. Somebody call Iran. Still ringing? Nobody's picking up? Okay. Loyals to these elite bozos are saying that the United States is trying to take over, especially the Popular Mobilization Organization, the state of the alert with all forces in anticipation of a military coup. We're going to fight back, they say, huh? Yeah, it's being plotted by the Americans to control power in Baghdad. The sources assure Al Jazeera that the Iranian security services obtained intelligence. Iranian and intelligence in the same sentence? No, don't do that to me, man. I'd be laughing a week. That the Iranian security services obtained intelligence information that the Americans had walking sticks. What are the odds? Look. Now hold on. We done. You read this on your own. 174. We in control. That's all there is to it. Hold on. And we're just about done too. Hold on. Hold on. You there? Hey, buddy, I got you on earphones. I just don't want them to hear your voice. I'm finishing up our YouTube just as yours came in. I will ask that. Is that public knowledge? Crap. So I can't touch this, right? Can you talk to me about it? Because my word of honor, I got you. No, they can't hear you. Can you tell me something about this? Tomorrow? Yeah? Okay. But now, hold on. Listen, I'm going to call you sir, right? Okay. Sir, if this is, and you say this has happened? Well, sir, that's it. I mean, right? You know for a fact. Okay. Well, then, huh? You're looking right at it right now? then, sir, why am I wasting my time? This is over with, right? Yeah. Yeah. Uh, okay, understood. I thank you. I thank you. Hey, by the way, how you doing? You sound good. Oh, but you're okay, right? You're all right. Exactly, exactly, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, sir. I'll wait for your call tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I can tell him there's something coming, but you don't want me to tell him what it is, right? Not just yet. For real? Okay, I'm gonna do it then. I'm gonna give it to him. Very, very. Yeah, I'm just gonna introduce it. You load me up tomorrow, and I'll take care of it on Monday. Okay. All right. Thanks, brother. Take care. Bye bye. Right. Hoorah. Bye. Jeez. Hold on, family. This is getting crazy. I am ready to say goodbye. I am ready to say goodbye, but something came in. Plus, something else is coming in, and this is from our this is northeast. So give me a second. I just received this from a very high source. Hold on, family. My apologies. Copy. Now I have to send this to Walking Stick. Hold on. This just came in as I hung up on you. All right, send. All right, now let's start with Walking Stick, and then the second thing, and then I'll say goodbye. Okay? We've been together a long time. All right, here we go. Babe, where's your phone?
I'm
Yeah.
using it.
Oh, you're using it. Oh, okay.
Got the recording too.
The recording? Oh, I'm not even going to play that recording. I want Angel One. So we'll make a note. I need him as soon as we finish with this, then, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, Walking Stick is saying that Iraq did a current, this whole call is in my opinion. My friend Walking Stick is telling me that Iraq did a currency swap with the United States of America recently. Even though, I have to say, in my opinion. So we're inquiring more information about it, okay? All right. Now you stop and think about this. Why would they do a currency swap? This is great. Now, Walking Stick has the files. He says they just sent this in to me. And he says, it's old, but why? Oh, wait, there's more. He read it. He calls me. I want to tell you about this now. Okay. I said, if they did this, then shoot. I mean, why would you trade worthless currency for good currency? You know what I mean? And he says, in preparation of the reinstatement of their currency. To which I said, okay. So he's studying that file. We'll get more information tomorrow, and I'll give it to you on Monday. Okay? Okay. This is all good. I mean, really, wow. C.S. Hesman says, muy gigante. What is that? Is that a rash? What is muy gigante?
Pretty big.
Yeah, I think penicillin would help that. Now, here's the second one. Hold on. Before I make this call also, before I commit to this, sir, if you're watching, please answer. 989. If you're watching, please answer. Hey, how are you, sir? I just got the text. This is verified? Say again, high source where? I want to double check. Is this my friend from Northeast? That you're the. That's you, all right. Okay. Hey, I'm glad you kept sending. I lost you for a while there, and I didn't get it. That's top secret. Hey, thank you. I'm going to release this. I'm going to release it, okay? Thank you. I do too, because look, did you get to hear our call tonight? 1, 2, 3. Then suddenly, there it is. All right, God. And also, I said, this window? For the love of God, you could throw the Empire State Building through this window. This is not an accident. Trump took this, turned it around, and said, up yours, and shoved it up theirs. And used it. All right. I know. Wait, let me put this down. Wait, hold on. Let me write it in my head. Wisconsin, New York, 3 miles long. And Cali is how long? How long? Can I put you on live? Do you mind? I agree. Yeah. You size, they might recognize you. All right, my friend. Thank you. And send me the pictures, please. I saw the one with the tanks. It was like 500 tanks, but I don't have anything. I don't have anything on the National Guard. Send it. Thank you, and I'll show it too. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for you. This is all in our opinion, but still, we believe in our opinion from our good sources, that good authority, that the banks will be shut down for 3 days next week, starting as early as Monday. I obey. Make sure you get that exactly the way I just gave it. No?
Not doing notes tonight.
Who then? Anyone?
Nobody's doing.
Nobody's doing notes?
Claire is watching.
Of all the notes, of all the nights. Well, this is good. This is good. No notes. We don't need this. All right, so I just received this from a very high source, Frank. I have it on good authority that the banks will be shut down for 3 days next week, starting. Well, it was 3 days. All right, I'm going to finish this, family. They will shut down for 3 days next week, starting as early as Monday. May I? No, this is not for you. This is not me talking to you. This is my friend talking to me. Frank, may I suggest that you just go visit any of our tellers and have some cash on hand just in case you need it, but more than likely you won't. This window just got bigger. This window just got bigger. You can throw a planet through it. Okay. You know what? I still want to talk, but and by the way, all my team, all my people, they're all Republicans. And I think they're all Christians. I'm not too sure. Thank you. Here, let us. Let me. This is what was just sent. You can't see the phone number, but still. Let me just show you this. Watch. Okay, maybe I can't show you this. Oh, I gotta blow it up. How do I blow this up, babe?
Click on it and then
Come and help me, babe, please. Oh, I gotta hit cancel up here.
yeah, you're trying to do something different.
I'm trying to X all these things out. Is that
Hit
delete?
No,
Oh my!
hit cancel.
No, you see, it
Hit
said.
the word cancel.
I know, sweetheart. But if I would have done it, I would have deleted it. I had to first remove that. There's more. We send you. I know you can hear me. Thank you, sir. Okay, babe. How do I get delete cancel?
Mm-hmm.
Cancel, right?
Yep. Now put your finger on the picture real fast.
Real fast. How'd
then-
you do that?
You have to click on the picture again. I don't know what all that stuff is underneath.
Oh, Jan, you're smart, baby
Be
girl.
careful it doesn't show a phone number.
No phone number. I'll blow it up. Look, family, look at this long line. This is our National Guard that is being sent out. This is Wisconsin and California and New York area. Tell me when it's over with.
You got something here. Hold on.
You see that? Doesn't that look? That looks like a spinal cord. But look at that. Armored truck after armored truck after armored truck. Oh, what happened?
It just flipped down.
But y'all saw it, didn't you? Here's a bigger picture that's on the news. It's getting real in New York. Army setting up shop in my city. Oh, that's a good one. Hold on a second. Come on. Come on. Yeah. But again, don't be panicking. Oh, look at Maryland. Look at Maryland.
Got a phone number on top.
No, baby, I don't. It was only a part of one, but you scared me for a second there. Look at Maryland. I can show you a picture of 500 of these tanks. 500 of these tanks, all being transported by railroad. And again, it's no big deal. This is the President of the United States of America preparing to protect our country from those communists that just don't want any success in America. So we're locking up our borders. The National Guard is not to come to your home and point a gun at you. It's not to take away your milk from the store. It's to protect you, American citizens, from others trying to come into our country because they're dying out there. And yet, all of this will crescendo and peak and end and come back 10 years later, like all viruses do. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. Am I done?
We have to give away some Boulevard because we forgot.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me get this one recording. If you have children, this is my brother. I call him up and I said, hey, yo, tell me what, because he's at the airport and at the harbor. And I said, we got plenty of food. We got everything. But what are we doing to protect the island? Because I like what the president is doing. I don't like people coming in. Close the borders. In fact, you know what? We an island. We a country. And of course, they're Hawaiians, and they're saying, yeah, it's still our country. No, 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 no. What I'm saying is that you got to treat the islands like you're treating countries. We got to close our borders. You cannot close Michigan, Ohio, Indiana borders, but you can close the borders in Canada and Mexico. Well, Hawaii, same thing. We got to tell all these people from especially Asian theater, you mind? Stay home. And if you come in an airplane, go home. But we just paid money to come to Hawaii. Thousands of dollars. Too bad. Go home. That's it. President of the United States said so. Doggone it. President of the United States of America says so. So there. And sure enough, this guy. Okay, it's gone. Now, so I called my friend and I said, Brother Sean, do me a favor. Give me a report. Are you there right now? And he said, no, I'm in the truck. And what he did is that he puts up these barriers, these chains and chain links and...
Fences.
Huh?
Fences.
I know, sweetheart. Borders, barriers, fences, links, everything. To secure, military bases, to secure animals, the shelters, all kind. And now, they're not letting human beings walk on the islands of Oahu, Kauai. Thank you. So check this out. And I'm sorry, there is one bad word in here. If you have children, this is only 4 minutes long. God almighty, enough! But I want you to hear this because my brother has the voice of, he's Hawaiian. And all you Hawaiians, you can relate to this, right? Enjoy. This is all because the communist Democrats, it's backfiring on you, suckers.
Can I get about a 2-minute recording from you right now? I stay charging right now, bro. I stay heading to the store right now. You need it right now? Just tell me, real quick, what you've been shifted to the night, and you're putting up fences. Tell me what they're for. We get quarantined down at the airport. For all these guys coming in off the airplane, they're gonna be getting quarantined for 3 days. And from there they can go on to their vacation. So all these vacationers that is planning on coming into Hawaii within the next month or so, you guys should stay home. Because you guys will lose 3 days of your guys' vacation. So please, be concerned about others and don't come. Got it. Thank you, Sean. I just wanted it straight from your mouth because you've been reassigned. You're now at nighttime, and you guys are putting up these barriers and fences and security and quarantine areas at the boat harbor. How about the boat? Can the people get off the boat? These guys cannot come off the boat, brother Frank. They gotta stay within the area of the loading dock. These guys cannot come out and go shopping and stuff like that. All these guys are getting test positive with this coronavirus, this COVID-19. Brother Frank, they're gonna be staying in their cabins. They cannot come out of the boat. Everybody else will be quarantined and only can walk around alongside the ocean. They cannot come outside in public. Wow. Do you know how long this is gonna go for? Everybody hoping it's gonna go for 4 weeks now. That's why we're trying to have everybody stay home. We're trying to shut down the state right now. Have the first panic button within a few days. A panic button will be pressed. Right now we got some of the outside islands going on curfew. Everybody gotta be in by 10 o'clock. They don't want nobody out by 10 o'clock at night. 9 o'clock some islands. Fascinating. How about the food? You think if food, water, all that's gonna be okay for you guys? Well, the food's not a problem, Brother Frank. It's just you get these guys that is just hoarding all these food. They're not thinking of others, Frank. They're going over there buying 30 fucking rolls of toilet paper. I noticed they were telling people, hey,
You no can buy more than one. I just came out of Don Quixote's and a lady tried to buy 2 bags of rice. And the lady says, no, you got to put one back. You can only buy one at a time.
Yeah, see, if everybody just use their common sense, well, like, everything be all good.
I think so.
Everybody just stay home, quarantine themselves. The food, everything, stop hoarding the food, guys, because once you get stuck hoarding the food, stop. I'm not going to happen, guys, stop.
I agree. I think everything's going to be okay, Sean, because in China, the C-19 virus, it already peaked. And they already let all the people out in the streets. It's already done. It's POW. It's POW in China. But it's got to now run through its cycle everywhere else. And I think this is smart what Trump is doing. Hey, we close our borders. Call the National Guard. Not against the American citizens. Against the borders. Don't be coming into our country sick. I know this is the land where you get medicine and we help you, but no, not right now. So that's what we're doing.
That's why nosotros, in the state of Hawaii, don't live on an island. All we need is just maybe 300-400 people in this C-19 virus.
Wipe
Go
out.
on this island.
Yeah,
Everybody.
yeah.
So that's why pretty soon the panic Monday will be pressed, Mike. So that's why I called you and let you know, give you an heads up, Abraham.
Much mahalos. Thank you. Keep me informed on everything, okay?
All the better, man. You take care, guys.
Love you. Aloha. Shoot.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed your conference call tonight because you were loaded. You're loaded for bear, you're loaded for winter, you're loaded for everything. You're loaded for a nice trip around the moon, and I hope you have a nice landing. There's a lot going on. Let's see what we do on Monday. I think we'll be talking on Monday. And I think we'll be in preparation with what's going on with the banks. Don't panic. And it won't be a long thing, I don't think. And it's going to be good. Now, didn't the window just even get bigger now? So I gave you 1, 2, 3, and then the reason for suddenly. And now we see this that's going on for 3 days. Maybe, possibly starting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm sorry, but I'm not stupid. This window is big. It's massive. This is a window that only God could have opened. Y'all take care of each other, okay? Love one another. Support one another. Lift one another. Be there for each other. Don't argue. Don't fight. Don't get mad. And don't find sadness. Don't find sadness in things. Trust me. It'll find you on its own. And when it does, you stand strong. You stand strong and be strong, and then learn to become even stronger. Because things are going to get rough. I know you want this, but you've never, ever, ever, ever held this in your hands before. Good luck. I pray that you don't drop it. You have a lot of work to do for this. For this is, in my opinion, a wealth transfer. I'll take care. And before we leave, my wife wants to give away. You gonna give away?
Because you like things in threes. We're
All
giving
three?
away 3. We forgot to do one on Wednesday. So I
All
already
3?
posted the winners in premium that are going to get one each of these packages. Joy, Joy, gets one set of 21 Boulevard notes. Dragonfly 777 gets one package. And Joette gets one package. So if all 3 of you would please send me a PM on the forum and let me know what your mailing address is, I'll get these out in the mail as soon as possible. Again, that's Joy, Joy, Dragonfly 777, and Joette. Please get a hold of me with your mailing address.
How do I do this? There you go. And it's 16 of the Venezuela currency. They're all different kinds, and
and 8.
Oh, it's 13 and 8, so it's 21. There's 21 notes. Each one of them is different. And boom, boom, there you go. So there's one winner, and there's a second winner, Joette, Joy, and
Dragonfly 777.
and Dragonfly 777. Now, in order for Tink to send these to you, there's only one way it can be done. You have to send me a box of white chocolate macadamia nut cookies. Is that right, Tink?
No. 3 boxes.
Oh, 3 boxes! Yeah, okay. I'm kidding, of course. Don't you dare send me anything. God bless you all. Thank you for being with us. Here, before we say goodbye, did you have a good, outstanding Frank and Tim's teams? Thank you. Oh, what a night. Trump is amazing. Yes, he is. God is awesome. Beyond awesome. He's our God. Cool looking currency. Yeah, it is. Okay, choose the chosen one of love. Yep, outstanding. I'm just looking to see what your comments are. As Eagle One would say, oh, I missed it. Best ever. Yes, loved it. Amazing. Fabulous. Aloha. Okay. Listen, Frenchie. Oh, I love that name, Frenchie. I love French vanilla ice cream. Gurus.
AG's logged in.
Huh?
AG's logged in now.
Hey, G, I know you can hear me. As soon as this call is over, you need to call me right away. Walking Stick wants to talk.
Oh, they want to know what's on my minion. Can you see?
Wait, my friends from Washington, D.C., look at what he just sent right now. So you picked a good time not to be on the mainland. Oh, you have no idea. Anyways, what was, what?
What's on my minion behind you?
The minion? Let's see. Let me see. What's up, buddy? Hey, buddy. How you doing? I can't hear you. What? I can't hear you. Take that thing off your face. What'd you say? Oh, superb. Okay. Bellissimo. Woo, give me a kiss. Whoa, what happened? Okay. Bellissimo. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Anyways, I had a wonderful time. I hope you did too. There's an awful lot. Gurus, if you're with me, I have no problems if you want to call and you want to ask any questions. We have intel that might be of some help to you, okay? We need to start getting the people that are involved with this better organized, right? We're not each other's enemies, right? We serve God, nothing more. And if I've come across like an idiot or a jerk or an enemy or whatever, in all these years, that's probably because I am. But if you need any help with your forum, your people, your group, whatever, I am willing to help you, okay? Until then, I'm asking you to believe me with this very, very serious, this very, very serious attitude that I'm trying to obtain here, okay? Don't think that I'm being facetious or that I would if you call me that I would just hang up on you. I would never do something like that. Okay? So very, very serious now. Okay? So help me. If you do a screenshot, who is that? C.S. Hessman?
No,
Oh, you!
Got it.
Hold on a second. This is going to be better. Ready?
Hold on, because I got to wait a minute.
Hurry up. My glasses are fogging. Where are you, babe?
Oh, yeah, you can take it out. I'm coming in a minute. Here it comes.
Oh, that's cute. I can draw a face on my glasses.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I can't even read it. Frank, you're embarrassing the You're embarrassing the White House.
Oh, they got it already?
It looks so funny, doesn't it? Oh Oh, you know what? I'm going to go back and listen to this recording tonight and read all your postings so that I can enjoy it tonight. You know why? Because I can't go to the beach. You can go to the beach, but you can't sit there. You got to get in the water. You got to give the coronavirus to the fish. Again, I'm not. I shouldn't laugh when we talk about this, because people have died, but people, thousands more have died just from the regular common cold. Let this be a lesson to you, ladies and gentlemen. Let this be a lesson to you. That knowledge is powerful, and you need to stand by God, not by man. Y'all take care of each other, okay? I love you. Ahui ho. Until Wednesday. Oh, James 49. For those of you that belong to Premium, James, give me the phone number to our admin. You know who I'm thinking about. Listen, I'm going to ask you in a kind way. For those of you that belong, yes, for those of you that belong to Premium in our forum, our ktfalways.com forum, James 49 is there to police. Remember when we had that problem and we got rid of those people? They're gone, right? We cleaned the swamps. How happy are we? Well, James is there just to make sure that those issues don't happen again. If you have any problems with James, you can call me directly. I'll talk to James and I'll tell him, hey, look, step on the gas more on this person, or no, hey, let off the gas. But James is there for a reason and a purpose. And I don't think he's abusing anything, abusing any power, being a dictator. No. We just simply don't want people coming into Team Chat and with a bad attitude and farting all over the place and walking out and pretending that they didn't fart. Oh, I'm so innocent. It was just my opinion. I just wanted to come in here. You know what? You know darn well what you were doing. You're looking for trouble. You found it. Now get out of here. And that's what James does for me. Okay? All righty. One last thing. This is the phone number to our dear, dear brother Steve. Steve is amazing. He's a computer whiz too, isn't he, babe?
He's very technical.
He's very technical. Yeah, very technical. So if you have any trouble getting onto our forum, because you can't navigate, or because you think the internet just simply sucks, call Steve. Phone number is 440-293, or excuse me, let's do it again, 440-296-2333. 440-296-2333. And all you have to do is, you can't get on, you want premium, you want to talk to me, you want to order a product, whatever it may be. You can call me. My phone number is, what's my phone number? 419-283-2552. 419-283-2552. And if you can't get me, then try Steve, 440-296-2333. Whatever the case is, family, I had a wonderful time with you tonight. God bless all of you, and you take care of each other, okay? And I'll see you soon. When, babe? Monday. Ahui ho. Right? Mm-hmm. Until then. God bless everybody. Bye-bye. Ooh-wee.